Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie and Shay is back again.
Hey y'all.
We just gonna just talk, you know. Y'all can
Mm.
join in if y'all want to. Hopefully everybody is good. Y'all can tell us how y'all doing in the comment section. But right now, me and Shay, before we even went live, we was just talking about forgiveness. So I'm gonna let Shay go ahead and finish talking about what she was talking about with forgiveness as far as her mom and other things that she had to go through.
Yeah, with my mama, the thing, the I think the biggest reason why I was able to forgive my mama, and I'll give some backstory later, but my mom, as a grown woman, um, especially going through a lot of what I went through, and the crazy thing is sometimes you don't even realize that you need to forgive somebody. Like, had some because I love my mama and my mama actually learned stuff. I didn't realize that I had animosity towards her about some of my upbringing,
Hmm.
and with me having ADD and stuff like that, in the generation she grew up in, they
Right.
didn't have they didn't believe in mental illness or ADD and stuff like that. So it was and I remember, like, when I got diagnosed, she did apologize to me when I got a little bit older, though, for all the times like she whooped me and didn't know I had ADD. Um, but I got diagnosed with ADD in elementary, and I remember before I was diagnosed, it was constantly being in trouble. I'm constantly it felt like I couldn't do nothing right. And it was just because I was a different kid. And most people in the neighborhood or anything like that, you don't really see them acting like how I was acting. I'm all over the place and stuff. So I would see it even with my friend groups and stuff. Like, sometimes they with me, but then sometimes I'm doing too much, so they stand offish and stuff. But
So your
you
friendships was up and down.
right.
Did you lose friends completely because of that, or it was just
I
sometimes
should
or
have, but not by them leaving me, but I should have walked away from them.
mm,
One being my ex best friend, and that was up to high school with her. The reason why I say that with her is because I remember I was taking Ritalin in high school, and back then
mm,
people didn't really understand. Oh, you like. I think this new generation is who made it okay to have autism and ADD and stuff like that. Cause when I know my mama generation didn't even believe in it. Our
mhm.
generation looked at it like, "Ooh, that's crazy," and that was what she used to say to me. "Oh, you finna go take that crazy people medicine? You finna go take your crazy people
Oh, so they
medicine?"
was straight up judging you,
Right.
but they
And
didn't know. But that don't make it right.
right.
Hold on, real quick. We got some people in the chat. Hello, AE Duncan on them. Hey, Robert. Hey, Nisi. That's my sis online. Hey, Robert. He said, "What's up, Shay?" And get them
Hey,
like.
Rob.
And AE Duncan on him said, "I forgive, but I never ever forget if someone did me dirty. Fool me once, shame on you. I don't give another person the chance to do that to me again. I had friends who I thought were my boys, but nah." And my best friend. Hey, best friend, I love you. But go ahead, Shay.
I feel what he's saying. I'm a forgiver, but I'm a levels. It's
Yeah.
a level to it to me. Depends on what you did.
In that person, like who
Mm-hmm.
you are.
I'm a forgive regardless. However, I'm one of those people who strongly believe just because I forgave you don't mean you got your spot back into my life. Also a person who feels like I can forgive you and I might just be like, okay, you learned your lesson, cool, we back cool again. It
Mhm.
just depends on who you are, what you did, and me knowing what your intent was. Because
Right.
sometimes it is about the intent. Did you intend on hurting me? Or was it just like a mistake? And it
Mm.
better be like a real mistake
Definitely,
because
yeah,
some
cause
mistakes ain't mistakes, those are
you
choices.
yeah, cause you don't know people's intention. Nisi said
Mm-hmm.
that the old school black community doesn't believe in therapy or medication. I agree.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I would say I feel like my mama did break a generational curse with that because
Mm.
she did give me on medicine once. Okay, what happened was I was in school. I think I was in the third grade, and one of the teachers pulled my mama to the side and was like, "Hey, I think you might want to go get her tested." And my mom was like, "Tested for what?"
Mhm.
And she was like, "I think she got something
Like
called
you was
ADD."
testing for
Right.
testing for drugs or testing for some type of disease.
And the lady was like, I think she got ADD, but we had never heard of that. Like, it wasn't
Mhm.
as like how it is
Common.
right now.
Mhm.
Everybody acting like they have it and acting like it's just a big disability. Like, they getting checks for it. Oh, my son has a disability and stuff like that. I honestly am one of those people who don't believe that it's a disability.
Mhm.
But she went and took me to the doctor, got me tested, and the
Wait
doctor
a
was
minute,
like,
why don't you feel like that? Because you
why
still are able to, live life
live?
normal?
Yeah. Like, I don't think it's, yes, like, I don't think that it's something that's gonna stop you from living. I just think it's a different way of thinking.
Right.
Because my mind is, and in China, they don't look at it as a disability at all. They look at it as a gift.
Oh,
And they
wow.
actually have a school specific to aid people with ADD and ADHD.
Learn something
Because
new every day. Had no
right, they
idea.
want to, our minds just think differently. It's not tragedy or anything that actually is stopping you.
Mhm.
From what it was described to me was my brain move faster than my body can move. So they gave me medicine to make my body move faster to go with the brain.
Do you still technically feel this way, or do you feel like you just learned more how to adapt and control it better? Do you still
I
take
learned
medication?
how to adapt because when I got grown, I didn't like the medicine anymore, but it was because I'm now adding other medicines into the mix, like an
Mhm.
antidepressant and an antidepressant working against this medicine. You got an upper and a downer together.
Ooh-wee.
Your body, your brain dang confused. So I was
Mhm.
like, I'm gonna take away. This was around the time I got into my car wreck, so I felt like I needed the antidepressant. So I took away the Ritalin instead of the antidepressant.
Right.
And ever since then, I've just been living without the Ritalin, even though I'm not on the antidepressant anymore. Just because I'm looking like, well, I'm functioning without it, like I'm fine. When I met you, you probably didn't even know I had it.
No.
But
Well, you was a busybody, but I didn't just prejudge you and think about that stuff. Like,
right, right. And
but
I
I get you though with the antidepressant because I had to take them, but it wasn't
mhm,
because I got diagnosed as a kid. I got diagnosed like as an adult when I was going through a lot of things and I
mhm,
didn't know where to put my emotions.
yeah,
And it took me taking a stand to go to counseling, seek a therapist and talk
yeah,
about it. And then they brought it to my attention, I had depression and then I also had like the bipolar depression because
mhm,
my emotions was like up and down, but mainly I was mad, I was angry, I was pissed,
yeah.
but
I went through
I
that
was
too.
trying to hide it, but I couldn't hide it because look how I was acting towards myself and other people. So it
Mhm.
was very unhealthy. And hey, Chum,
I went through the anger and the girl. I'm gonna tell you how I got out of my angry stage.
mhm,
Again, my mama. I remember this when I was still living with my mama, but I was like 19 or 20 at this time. And so I was in the living room. She was fussing at my brother about something. And I remember I was irritated with him too. So I don't know what I said to him, but it was something so disrespectful. And my mama looked at me and she was like, he didn't deserve all of that. You could have made your point without having to go so low. And
so
then
she checked you.
I, and I said something to her for telling me what to say. And she looked, because she used to tell me all the time, you angry, you mad. And one day somebody ain't gonna give a damn about you being in no wheelchair. They gonna knock your head off your shoulders. And I didn't care because I'm like, tell him I said it is what it is. And so that day I said something to her and she started walking up on me like her facial expression changed and everything. It's
Mhm.
like my mama was not my mama in that moment. And she started walking up on me like she was finna be the one to do it and show me and teach me that lesson. And I remember ducking because I
You
thought
was
she was finna
scared.
swing. I remember ducking, and I think me ducking snapped her out of it. And she
Mhm.
was like, take your ass in your room and get the hell out of my face right now. And
You
I
pissed
went in
her
there.
off, baby.
I did.
Hey, don't
My
play with a Virgo then. Not just
and that's the thing, my mama is not that she is not easily angered at all.
mhm.
So when I saw that, thought I was in the room, I'm not gonna lie, I was feeling sorry for myself at first. I'm
Right.
like, bro, the world is against me. They don't know what I'm going
Hold on,
through.
wait a minute. So you was playing victim and your ass
Yeah.
was in the wrong.
Yeah. And then I was just laying there and I remember hearing the Lord say, you feeling sorry for yourself. And I
Mhm.
remember saying, no, I'm not. I was in the room
You
sounding
talking
crazy.
back to God and he trying to let you know.
Yeah. I'm like, no, I'm not. And I remember him saying it again. You feeling sorry for yourself. And that's when it clicked. And I was just like, I am feeling
Mhm.
sorry for myself. I am being a bitch. I'm the one starting this stuff with these people because I'm mad on the inside. And
You
what
was
I'm
having a
mad
whole
about,
conversation with yourself and
yeah.
God. Okay.
And what I was mad about is like you can't change what you're mad about. And it's
Mhm.
nobody's fault that you in a wheelchair. It's nobody's fault that life happened the way it happened. It's just part of life. Now you got to figure out how to go with life. And that was the last time I was angry like that, like for no reason.
Mm.
I started working through my emotions. I started
It's
going to
called
therapy.
accountability.
Mm-hmm.
So we got two comments from A.E. Duncan on them. He said his great grandfather is someone who he hated and probably never forgive him for the BS that he pulled. Some people don't deserve your light or deserve your energy. Then he said, it's hard admitting to the medical conditions a person could have. I'm the
Mm-hmm.
same. I've had health problems my whole life, yet I used to be like, man, I'm good. Ain't nothing wrong with me. Boy, was I wrong. Mm.
Mm-hmm. I think most people go through that one, the denial at first.
It's
But
embarrassing
hmm and then you looking like, but why? Because I was
because
embarrassed when
we're
I
we're
first got in the
so
wheelchair.
focused on the image we have
Yeah.
and other people's view of us.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. And it's
Yep.
like that's unhealthy because what matters the most is us,
Yep.
our
That's
health,
true.
mental health.
Especially mental health.
Yeah.
And but okay, the other thing I learned about forgiveness, because there's two different sides that I had to deal with.
Hmm.
One being my mama, and my mama, especially when I got older and was able to express certain things about my upbringing and how I felt like she was mean at sometimes, how I felt like she wasn't affectionate enough and stuff like that. She apologized. But then you got my daddy who
Hmm.
didn't raise me and who wasn't there. I had to learn how to forgive him as well. And then the hardest thing that I ever had to do was forgive somebody who never even asked for it, who never even offered an apology.
Because it
But
wasn't for him.
yep, and that was the hard part when because
Because
like
honestly, when you do that, you're giving him more power than yourself.
mhm mhm I feel like forgiveness is for you and about you and not the other person. Because to me,
Hmm.
the way I think about it now, the word closure, I don't believe in closure and I don't believe in allowing somebody else to say that you can forgive them, because I feel like that's you telling me that I have the right to move
Or
on.
what about when somebody apologizes to you and they be like, I'm sorry because of how I made you feel instead of actually what they did?
I don't think that's a real
It's
apology.
not. But you know, people hit
Mhm.
that on you like quick.
Mhm.
But hold on. We got somebody from the cliff. Not just like
Hey.
Ready Red. What's up? He is from Oak Cliff though.
My neck of the woods.
Mine's too.
I ain't been in a minute though.
Mm, drive through, not stay.
That
But what was we saying?
we was talking about forgiveness, and you had just said, what the heck you just say,
I
girl?
forgot. Honestly, I know you was trying to bring up your dad's situation.
And I was saying you had to forgiving somebody that never even asked for the apology. And you were saying about when they say that oh, I apologize if I made you feel that way.
Hmm.
That's what you were talking about.
He talking about nah for real, dip through, see my granny and burn off dead ass,
Mm-hmm.
dead ass.
But I had to forgive him even, and then he still be acting a fool because it's like the thing is, you were wrong. You don't want to be accountable, and you're finding other people to blame. Like I remember he tried to make it seem like my mama kept us from him.
Hmm.
When if I was little, you probably could have painted that narrative to me if you would have tried to be there or something. But you can't paint that narrative if you're not there. And if your siblings are getting us all the time, like your mother and your siblings helped my mama raise us. You just didn't. So that is not a picture you can paint to some, especially to a
Well,
grown.
the way he's coming off, he make it seem like, oh, I had y'all right, but then every time I get y'all, your mama just pull up and snatch y'all from me, and
Right.
it wasn't even that. So,
Right. And we even was start catching on to a pattern. Like anytime you're dating a woman who has kids, you would come get us. Anytime you don't date a woman, or if you're single or if she don't have kids, we're nowhere around you. So we caught on to these patterns. Like kids are not stupid, dumb, or slow. They
hmm,
see things. They see more than what they say.
hmm, definitely. Sometimes you really do gotta believe what kids be saying because they be spot
Mm-hmm.
on with a lot of stuff. Because I know as
Mm-hmm.
a kid, I saw a lot of stuff, and that made me like really reserved towards people. Because I'm just like, you acting like this way, but then I see you doing this shady stuff.
Yep.
So I learned early on, like, oh,
And
you can't
I
trust
even
people
realized
that
as a kid, a
easily.
lot of people don't know themselves. A lot of people are like, "Oh, I'm not this way, and I'm not like that," or "I'm this way and I'm that way," and you looking like you're nothing like that. What are you talking about?
Maybe it's not that they don't know, but they're telling you what type of person they want to be
To
looked at as. It's not even
Yep.
about doing the work and actually being that. They just want that image for you to be looking at them
Mm-hmm.
like that's what they portray.
I
They're just
remember I
fake.
said that before. It was a guy we used to work with, and I remember he used to say all the time, "I'm a good person, and I'm this, and I'm that," and I'm like, and he would talk like he was that guy.
Mhm,
And I remember thinking to myself, I said this to somebody, that
mhm,
he's not the person he thinks he is. He keeps talking about the person he wants to be, but is not, and he's
and
talking
not
like he
doing the
are.
work.
Right. But
What's
he
up,
don't
Henny?
realize that he not that person.
How you doing, Henny? My bad.
You good. He just didn't realize he wasn't that person. I think a lot of people are like that. I realize who I am because I actually took the time out and I did do therapy. I went to an actual therapist
Mhm.
and put the work in and started figuring things out. And even like it's hard.
It
And
is
people be trying to make it seem like it is pretty on the internet. Man, I'm talking about ugly crying.
because you definitely gonna have to hold that mirror up and look like
Mm-hmm.
you can say all of this stuff happened to you because of other people, but at the end of
Mm-hmm.
the day, it's your life.
And it's
And
about
you're allowing it to affect you, and you got to know
exactly.
how to move on, move forward in life without all those baggages. Because stuff in
Mm-hmm.
life is gonna happen regardless.
Yep. And
And
people gonna do what people do. It's about
right.
how you handle it.
Mhm.
You make your own decisions for your life. So
Mhm.
life gonna fly at you 60 miles per hour is just gonna come at you, and now you have to deal with it. Now, are you gonna deal with it in a healthy way, or are you gonna make things worse for yourself and self-destruct?
That part. and people choose to self destruct.
Because
Sadly.
it's easier. Self destruction is easier, but in the moment, I should say, self destruction is easier in the moment.
Because it
But
catches up
then,
to you.
hmm, now you got to
And
figure out
you
how to.
really feel so unhappy. You really feel just worse.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly.
Yep. And let's how look, cause with forgiveness, back to that right quick.
Hmm.
A lot of people think just because I forgive you, now you we back cool or you back in my life. Just because I forgive you don't mean that I
But
make
we
you
like
back a
this.
part of my life. Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And it for some reason people keep misconstruing it and thinking that just because a person forgive you, you have to be back close to them or you have to be. No, I can forgive you and never talk to you
That
again.
just means we moving forward. Like we
Yeah.
not stuck on that same stuff. And
Yep.
I hate to say it, but that happened to me numerous of times. Even now, like
Me too.
people, they'll do stuff and realize like I was holding you accountable for some stuff that I was going through,
Mm-hmm.
or I
Yep.
did something to you, but I put all the blame on you. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
take no type of accountability.
Girl, I can't stand it. I hate when people get mad at you because you mad at them. You hurt me. What you mad for?
And then you already then started doing the work, so you really already kind of let it go. And then now they are, I guess, doing the work, or now they starting to feel the buck of everything. So now they want to come to you when you already been like, oh, I really already forgave you, but I just didn't tell you that because I don't owe you that. I don't owe you nothing. What
Hello.
happened? Yeah,
Oh, I lost. Somebody tried to call and I lost my sound.
I forgot
I
you
didn't
are
hear a
on the
word you
phone.
said. Let me
I
put
was
it on do
basically
not
saying,
disturb.
you already do the work sometimes when you've already forgave somebody, but then when they finally catch up, you know, they feel
Yep.
like, and it's like, bro, I already forgave you. I just didn't tell you. I don't owe you nothing.
Mm-hmm. I don't owe you anything. Like I remember, I
What?
remember, and I know you're gonna know who I'm talking about. But I remember, I
You
was
talking
talking
about
to this guy, uh, 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 a guy that I was talking to in the past, and
they
um,
name start with a
R, R,
R.
and mm-hmm,
R.
yeah,
Hmm. Go ahead. R.
riches.
Oh.
I remember like you messed up. I let you go. I had forgiven you, but we hadn't talked or nothing like that, and I'm not looking to talk to you. And I remember he ended up getting back in touch with me,
Mm-hmm.
and awesome, I miss you. And I remember he was like, I miss you. And I'm just holding the phone like, okay. And then he was like, well, usually when people say they miss you, you say it back. Like, and I'm like, no, because that would be a lie. And he,
Mm-hmm.
what, man, you being cold. And I'm like, I'm not cold. I'm just indifferent. I'm like, there's just nothing there
I
anymore.
don't
I
feel the same.
Right. And then he went, don't you want closure? And I said, I'm not one of those. I don't need that. Closure is for you to tell me when I can move on. I gave it to myself. Like I don't need that. And I feel like a lot of people get stuck at that at closure. They
Yep.
need
Mm-hmm.
they need you to say I'm sorry or they need you to acknowledge the hurt or something. And it's like, why? And some people will never give that to
Do
you.
you think that some people kind of like are intrigued by it?
Hmm. I feel like it make them feel powerful.
That control over you,
Hmm.
the emotions.
I feel like narcissistic people do it
Mhm.
on purpose so that they can have the power of feeling like I'm not giving you what I know you want.
Mm.
Hmm.
I'm up and down with that. Like now, nah, but in the past, I really want to say I was kind of in the middle with it, where shit, I'm finna tell on myself. But Where I was one of those people where when stuff hit the fan, I'm the person where I don't like drama. So I'm gonna come right to you. I'm gonna be like, hey, this I don't like all this.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta talk. And some people it takes them time. And
Yep.
some people don't, they're not communicators. I'm a
Yep.
communicator.
Me too. And I
That means I
me
rock with you. But if I don't, I'm like
right.
I
Okay, whatever.
but if
Uh-huh.
I really rock with you, like, yeah, I'm gonna come to you and it might be a little aggressive because back then my
Me and
delivery
you
was
done been there. We done
you know,
had like I think maybe two spats, and we both done came to each other both times. I think the second time I came to you, the first time you came to me, and I tell you exactly what you said, cause I was annoyed with you, and I had rolled off on you, and you was
uh,
like, you was walking, and you came right up to me, cause at first you went into the suite, like into the room. And then you came back out and came up to me and said, we need to talk because you finna make me not like you. And I just looked
go
up
on and
at you
tell
and
everybody how feisty. Look, don't be putting me out there like that.
girl, I know I loved it because I'm that type of person. If you make me mad and I really care about you, I'm coming up to you. I'm coming to the source.
Hmm.
I don't believe in telling nobody else. I don't believe in just harboring my anger. We finna get this hashed out.
You and I, the people with the issue, the source.
Mm-hmm.
Ready Red, no, we're not sisters or kinfolk. We just really, really good friends. But you
Yep.
can say we sisters, because that's
Yep.
what it feel like.
That's what you saved in my phone as soul sister.
Yours is baby daddy. A Duncan on him said, Robert, I'm not for to play with you. You with this jumping, it's a fun fact, but go on with that. I'm just playing. He gonna say fun fact, it's a movie called Self Destruct with 50 Cent. If you don't get
I
your
don't like 50 Cent.
A Duncan on him said, for me, it's like you gonna have to do more than just say it. You gonna have to do more than just show it. You gonna have to do more than show it. For real, for real. What? That's the same thing.
You're
So
gonna have to do
they
more than
gotta
say it and show it. Like, what else you want?
and then he said, I'm a communicator as well. Once we got understanding and then that understanding deepens, we'll be all right if you don't rock the boat.
hmm I'm really big on also, if you say you forgive me or I say I forgive you, I'm not
Mhm.
a throw it back in your face type of person. That's dead,
Or
that's
just
gone
keep
in the
having to
water.
talk about it, like.
Right. We once we get
But
to
I'm
talk
guilty
out.
though. But wait a minute. Let me tell on myself because I say that, but I've done that before, and that's how you realize that they ain't forgave that situation. They ain't
Mm-hmm.
healed from it because you keep on bringing it up. You still feel a little salty in your emotions, but I'm learning with that. I've gotten
Yeah.
a lot.
I think that's how you know you maturing, when you stop throwing it in people's faces, or when you say, okay, I forgave it and move on. And like when people talk to me about their relationships and stuff, because for some reason people come to me, even though I've not had that many relationships when it comes to like men, but friendships and stuff like that, yeah. But they come to me, and I remember my friend got married and she finally was like, I just need to open up to somebody about what I'm going through. And I
Mhm.
remember I gave her some advice and she was like, I need to come to you more often. She was like, you know, the person who you've always seen them single their whole life. And so you don't talk to them. And then when they open their mouth, they give the best advice. And she was like, that's you. But I'm single for a reason, because I refuse to settle. And
Yeah.
because I know, like,
Your
I'm,
point of view is very different. And then when you're
mm-hmm,
giving people advice, I don't want to say you put yourself in that situation. I feel like you just look at it overall in general
mm-hmm,
and you put yourself in that person's
in
shoes.
both people's
But
shoes.
you also put some respect there, especially if that person needs to have respect for themselves or
Mm-hmm.
respect for the person that they're dealing with. Like you
Right.
you can be very fair. You'll be a good judge, girl. But
I was
Ken
told that
Nola,
before.
he or she, I'm not sure what you are, baby. But they here. They say, hey,
Hey.
how are you doing?
But, yeah, cause I remember I had a cousin who was like, he cheated, and then but they forgave each other. And then they ended up getting married. But sometimes she would bring it back up, and I'm like, she's wrong, because if you say I forgive you, and then you even took the steps to go further and actually marry this person. If you say you forgive somebody, you want to be back with them, you can't keep throwing it up, because that's just gonna leave detriment in the relationship. You just add
And why
more
would
hurt on
you
top of
why
hurt.
would you start a marriage too on that type?
Right, y'all starting off wrong. But I can't stand when people constantly. I actually just ain't really never been that type of person to keep bringing stuff up. If I got the issue, I'm not dead in it until I'm done with it. That's just me. Like,
Right,
I'm not gonna say I forgive you when I know I ain't forgave you. When I know you, I'm still mad. I'm not finna. I'm mad.
right,
But once I'm over it, and it really don't take me long to get over stuff. I don't hold great grudges at all. But I'm done with it. That's it. Like, we're not finna keep. And when people do me like that, you keep bringing up something that you said we good on. I'm cussing
like,
you
bro,
out.
leave me alone. Like, go on with that. That's you. Just stop talking to me. Nah, for real.
Nah, yeah, but I'm
I'm
listening.
like that too, to an extent,
Hmm.
because for me, if you done something and I don't want to say I forgave them, but I kind of just like, okay, I see what type of person you is. Like,
Hmm.
I'm gonna go right, you go left, whatever you gonna go.
Hmm.
But don't come back around me years later, weeks later, months later, whatever, and then try to act like nothing ever happened. And we
Hmm.
never even had a conversation about what happened.
Hmm.
But you moving as if it never happened. Like, I'm not gonna move fake like that.
Yep.
Like,
And everything that we
like
go through don't have to be a discussion. Like,
what's wrong is wrong.
right. And then if I know if you did something small or something like that, we can move on from that. But if it's something you
Hold on, I
know,
can't stand Chris. What type of
what type
cousin
of
are
cousin?
you, bro? Talking about, hey, it's your boy Chris giving thanks to the Most High God. I can't stand him. You was supposed to be on the live too. I ain't tell you that, Shay, but Chris straight up lied, talking about we gotta wait till after the Cowboys preseason game. Fuck that game. Hold on. Hey, he said, hey, though. Hey, don't you
Hey.
know you said anyone can say sorry. That's just saying it, but showing how sorry you are, whatever
Hmm.
happened. Hey, I know I be typing crazy, but I'm retarded. I need you to really like write this stuff right.
But
But
I get what he's saying. Anybody can say they sorry, but you gotta show actions behind it.
I get it. I'm just messing
Hmm.
with
Yeah,
visually shows me I can say you're pretty, but I also can show you how pretty you are by doing more.
I like that analogy.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I feel, and I'm a little in my emotions about that now because that happened to me recently where somebody did was being very disrespectful, not only to me but to my mom, and I don't owe that person anything. My mom don't owe that person anything,
Hmm.
and um as long as they've been around us or in our life because of somebody else, we've done nothing but, be nice to them and genuine to them, done stuff for them when we didn't have to. But
Hmm.
the fact that when stuff hit the fan or they don't like something or they're mad about something, they flip it and be very disrespectful when it's just like, again, like I said in the beginning, I don't owe you anything. My
Right.
mom don't owe you anything. You're around us because of somebody else. Take that up with them.
Hmm.
But I've noticed, and I'm gonna be more transparent. So I'm really referring to the mother of one of not my dad, my brother, um, my brother's kids. Like they don't necessarily go directly to my brother when they need something about their kids.
Hmm.
They'll try to come to me or my mom and think that we're supposed to go out of our way to do something for their kids when it's like, last I checked, I wasn't in the bed when y'all made kids.
Hmm. I
The
had that
most that
argument
really
with
I
my
can
brothers.
give or should be given is building a relationship with that child. But
Hmm.
again, I don't have to.
Yep.
And I'm not saying I'm right, I'm not saying I'm wrong, but at the
Hmm.
end of the day, I have a choice whether I want to do it or not.
Right.
For me, like I'm not forcing nobody to do a damn thing for my child. I had
Mhm.
her. I take their responsibility for whatever it is. And they don't give a damn about that. They always even trying to tell me like, all you care about is your child. That's my child. That's something that you
Yes,
need
I'm gonna
to be
put my
doing.
child
You
above your
yes,
child because
hold
that's
that
my
man
child.
accountable. Yes, hold him accountable. Hold that woman
Mhm.
accountable. But at the end of the day, everybody else is a bonus, baby.
Mhm. I 100% agree with that, and
Oh
I
yeah,
had
and that
that same
happened like a
issue.
couple weeks ago. So that's why I'm like, I don't like that. And then
Mhm.
with the other baby mama, I just don't like them because how they move.
Mhm.
But don't come around me as if we was cool like that when you've done shady stuff and said shady stuff. Mind you, I've never done anything to neither one of these young ladies.
Mhm.
But every time it's issues with my brother, they literally take it out on us. And we've
Mhm.
only helped. Your kids got stuff because of me and my mom, not because of him.
Yeah.
But they really feel like we have to or we ought to do something. Like,
Mhm. I had that argument with one of my brother baby mamas because we, as a family unit, like we be there. And I remember one time she was mad, and I think this was last year or the year before last. She was
mhm,
mad, and she felt like we should do more. One, she don't live here, and we don't
mhm.
live close at all anymore. But when she was here, we would get my nephew Dana every day. Anytime she had to go to work, anytime she just wanted to go
She didn't
out,
have a
whatever.
problem with that, right?
She didn't have to hire a babysitter or nothing. We had her. But then when she moved out of state. So when she moved, it was we don't have access to him like that no more, but she felt like we should be financially helping more. And she, I guess she was going through something, so she needed more help, but she never asked. And we don't know your pockets or what you have going on or what he even needs, because we don't have any other kids in the family.
Right.
So we don't even think of certain things. Like I didn't even know school had started back already. I'm talking about this year, I ain't
And
know
you
that.
don't even have kids like that.
Right.
You
I
don't have
don't even
kids at
have kids. Right.
all.
And
So
so when she was just like, y'all don't help me. Y'all don't help me. I said, whoa. Hold up now. I said, have you asked for help and we turned you away? I said, we've never turned you away from helping. Like, if you need it,
mhm.
just ask for it. And she said, I'm not that type of person. I'm not going to ask. Y'all know that
Wait a minute. That instantly be making me feel like it ain't our fault that y'all nothing niggas.
Yep. And that was one of the things I
They
told her is that I wasn't in the bed when y'all made this baby.
like
That's not my responsibility. Like
right,
us helping you, that's that's a privilege for you. That's luxury for you because most people don't have that help. And you saying I'm not gonna ask, y'all should just do. We shouldn't just do anything because that's not my responsibility. I'm not finna I said, do you know how much people have going on in their own lives and you want me to try to figure out what's
with
going on in
kids
yours too?
and without kids.
Right.
And for me, I'm a single mother, so I know it's
Mm-hmm.
possible. I know
Yep.
I'm fortunate more than some people, but at the end of the day, I know it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
I had my child in high school, so it's
Yep.
possible. You
And
have to
she
make
did come back
sacrifices.
and apologize for we went like a whole year without talking because of that. But she did come back and I will say she was the woman and apologized and
Mhm.
realized her wrongs and stuff. And we thick as thieves now. But I just wish people would see more of like get out of your own self and look at the bigger picture, especially when other people helping you.
Some
That's
people
not
really just choose not to. They don't care.
mm-hmm.
To me, that's a very closed-minded and selfish individual because
Mm-hmm.
the world is not just wrapped around your life. Like,
Right.
so many different things going on. Like, you go to a different neighborhood, something else is going on. A different country,
Mm-hmm.
it may be some of the same situations, but it's gonna kind of look a little different. Everybody,
Right.
you know. Hold on, wait a minute. What's up, Crimson Tide DJG? Nisi said, "You aren't a mind reader. Open your mouth and ask. No one is obligated to give." Chris
Mm-hmm.
said, "What's the general topic I'ma join?" We just talking, cousin. You fake. I told you you fake, bro. You all into this preseason game. Now it's just started too. But I
What just
send you the
started the
link.
game?
Yeah. Go ahead, Shay. My bad. I
I'm
just got
surprised you not watching it.
girl. After the first one, I was well. Really, I'm gonna be real. I'm not. I'm just kind of checked out right now with football.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Like that's one of my favorite. Well, that is my favorite sport to watch. And I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I don't like
Yeah.
the drama and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's
What's
just
funny is growing up, basketball and football were my favorite sports to watch. But it was mainly because my brother was in all of those growing up, so I had to watch them.
Chris.
And
You need to
then,
text me because I don't know what your email is no more.
when I had got in my
Text me,
wheelchair,
cousin.
I was in the hospital for 3 months. So America's Next Top Model, the Mavericks, and the Cowboys what got me through my having to redo life all over again and figure out, because that's pretty much what happened for me. I feel like my life was completely changed, and so I had to relearn, and it was like being a baby all over again. You got to relearn your whole life.
X.
Oh, I almost just dropped this phone on my face.
Do you be using your little stand you made me get?
Yeah, I just didn't use it today.
Cause wasn't you using it these last times? I sent you the link,
Mm-hmm.
cousin. I
I
be
sure
using
will.
it, but I don't use it enough, honestly.
Yeah.
And I'm mad because my car stand, I broke it and I don't know how. And I was like, that
Mm.
just mean I gotta stop doing car videos. But they be just so convenient and it be hitting me in that moment. And then I used to love doing them, before I go to work and stuff. You know, I thought it was
Yeah.
really very good to get out my emotions and talk about stuff that I learned when I've been reading the Bible or just connecting with God. So
Yeah.
mhm.
Shoot, even remember how earlier I said forgiveness looks like hard, especially when you facing yourself and stuff. And let's talk about that too, because sometimes you got to forgive yourself for.
Yeah, I think that's what I had struggled with, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what I have been learning over again because I didn't know that I had anger towards myself. I really didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But you realize that on how you treat yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
definitely
then
when
you,
you treat yourself better, it definitely helps you treat other people better because you
yep,
just feel good.
yep.
And
I think that's what a lot of people issues come from. They be miserable in life. So then that's when they start doing other people wrong and not even realizing why. Like nobody getting down to the nitty gritty of what's wrong. Hey, Chris.
Hey, what's up? How y'all
why
doing?
is that echo?
Um,
What? Who? I know you weren't playing it in your background on your TV or on your phone.
nah, I had just yanked out my earbuds. Is it still an echo?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
What's
okay.
up?
What's up though? How y'all doing?
We good.
You gonna be real this time, or you gonna continue being fake? Cause
I'm
me,
always real.
me and Shay, we don't do all that fake stuff, bro.
I'm always real. What you talking about? I don't. I don't even know what fake mean.
You are the definition, bro.
Nah, I ain't no magician. All right.
Whatever, cousin. But yeah, we were just talking, really, forgiveness, and then just talking in general.
Hmm.
All right. Well, I would say, for me personally, I'm trying to work on this myself. I'm kind of bad with grudges. You know what I'm saying? It's like, cause I know the type of person that I am. I put a lot into, like, I never want to disrespect a person. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So if I'm giving you the up tier most respect and you give me the opposite, I'ma hold it to my heart. I'm like, dang, bro, you like I was there for you, and this is how you treat me.
Mm.
So yeah, I'm still kind of like a work in progress with forgiveness. So I can admit that that's something that I definitely need to work on. But I do feel like you know, it's very, very, very important to have it in your heart.
Is it somebody that like now to this day you just can't forgive them no matter what?
Um, I'm not gonna say I can't. I just haven't yet, or I'm not gonna say I can't. It's kind of like I don't feel the need to. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't really explain it.
So did you just move on from it and you just don't deal with it, or
Yep, yep, exactly, exactly what you said.
I would say that's unhealthy, but I don't know the details.
No, I mean like it's definitely unhealthy. This person has tried to reach out to me and stuff like that. I'll have to tell you a little later, but
Hmm.
yeah, they reached
It's me.
out and I was like,
You
yeah, I
talking about
really
me?
don't want to talk. Huh?
You talking about me?
No,
I'm just messing with you.
no, 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 no. Nah, it was actually a person I used to go to school with. He was going through like, I guess like a spiritual era in his life, and he
Hmm.
started to like talk kind of crazy, and I was like, dang, bro, like I ain't ever switch up on you. Like he started making videos and stuff on YouTube. So with something like that, and I'm talking about this is a person that I met in high school. He was kind of like my best friend, and he basically got into whatever he was going through, saying that me and this other friend had switched up on him. And I ain't gonna lie, like I kind of took that shit to heart. So I'm like, okay, well, since you feel like that,
Hmm.
fuck it. So I kind of never forgave him for that to this day. And he's tried to reach out to me like a few times.
But he felt like you switched up.
Yeah, he felt like I switched up, but again, he was going through something like I guess like mentally. I'm not sure. Like I haven't even talked to him about that since.
Hmm. It's interesting to me that he reached out to you though. If he felt like you switched up.
Yeah, but that's probably what he was trying to tell me, and I just never gave him the chance. So
Oh
that's
yeah,
why I was like,
chance.
I feel like I need to work on that.
What
And
you
honestly, because sometimes you can feel like somebody switched up, and then when you look back on it, especially when you grow, you looking at stuff with different eyes as an adult than what you looked at it like when you was a kid.
Right.
So he might be trying to kind of apologize to you for how he was.
Yeah, that's what I think too. It's just I never gave him the opportunity, so it's
are you
alright.
just done with it? Sound like you done with it.
I mean, I'm done with it. I mean, it's been 2, 3, 4 years, so yeah, I'm
Mm.
kind of done with it. It maybe this next time, if he ever try to reach out one last time, I might, I might see what he talking
Do
about. But
you
yeah,
feel like if y'all do talk, it still won't ever be the same?
um, I don't know. It just depends on what type of time he on. I mean,
Hmm.
like he was kind of like me and you in terms of like being goofy. Like I spent the night over this nigga house when we was in high school. Like we was tight like that.
Hmm.
Like you know, me and him. We played the game. We was goofy. We went to the same high school. Like all that. So
So y'all was low key best friends. That's what it sounds like.
he was one of them.
Mm.
He was definitely one of them. And you know me, I don't got that many friends. So for me to call you a friend, like, yeah, like I fuck with you.
I
My
feel
bad,
like I
like I'm
forgive
over
those
here
type of people faster because I feel like I know I if you close to me, I do know your character for the most part because people they can
Mhm.
hide stuff, but I feel like I'm gonna give you the opportunity to get the situation right before I cut you off or before I hold a grudge um on you. But if you not really nobody to me, then I sometimes I don't let people talk it out or explain or nothing like that. But the closer you are to me, the better you chances you have of me actually listening to what you have to say.
Mhm.
yeah, I agree. I
It's
agree.
crazy that you brought that up because for me, I don't talk to any of my friends from school because I learned, well, I never really did, but then I would reneged on it, right? And it might have been, I was probably 21 and we got back in contact, me and a homegirl. And I'm just like, okay, this cool. It kind of feel like I was in school a little bit, we vibing. But that's when all the drama came back. And I realized that, this person is shady. Like they was messing with somebody that was talking to me. Then they went back and told somebody who I used to be friends with that I said something and I didn't even bring that person up. So it made me like realize like, we can make up, we can be cool and cordial, but it's some people, that was a season. I don't need to try to connect with that. I'm an adult now. Like I ain't trying to be on no
Right.
high school stuff. But you made me think of that. And I just I don't mess with nobody I went to school with. I'm be like, I don't even know you. I see you in the streets. I don't know you.
Yeah. When I tell you, I only talked to one person, and that's like my other best friend. I knew, yeah, like I knew him since like the first grade. Still talk to him to this day. Like
Hmm.
one friend from high school, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Like I really am. Like I'm not the type of person to have a bunch of friends anyway. I don't want that. I don't need all them different types of people in my circle anyway. So I'm fine with that. And, like I thank God that I have a person or I have a friend that I can trust. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
I got a few friends from high school actually, but I think the reason why we held on to each other was one because after my car wreck, them was the ones who visited me in the hospital every single
Hmm.
day. Like they stayed down. And then, life happened. You go college and all of that stuff. Everybody kind of went their separate ways. And then one of the friends ended up getting married, and we all ended up being at that wedding. And no, that wouldn't happen. We all got recount at the high school reunion, and some people didn't stick, and some people did. And so those are the ones who stuck, and we all still real close and
Hmm.
cool. But I feel like it ain't for everybody though.
It's not. You probably had, I'm not saying for everybody, but your relationship that you probably build were more genuine. I don't think that for me, I don't think that I really was getting genuine friends. Like I was
Mm,
genuine to them, but
yeah.
I'm gonna be real. Like I found out if I didn't find out when I was younger than this, I definitely found out once I had my daughter. Everybody that I was friends with, we just
Mm-hmm.
stopped talking. They never like I was going through depression then because some women after they have a child, their emotions, and then I was young,
Mm-hmm.
like I'm
Postpartum.
still growing, yeah. So I wasn't into none of the stuff, and then I had a child, so of course, but I wasn't into none of the stuff that they was trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
I just really wanted to go to school, go home, get my child. None of them really tried to check on me, try to see if I was good, nothing. We just kind of stopped talking. And I was going through all of these different emotions and after all of that, it made me realize like they was not my friends at all.
Mm-hmm. You
Because if
know
you
Yep.
they
can't
say.
ride with me when I'm going through something and you can't even check on me
Mm-hmm.
to say, is you good?
Hmm.
They would talk about me and say, she acting bipolar, she always mad. But I wasn't even mad. I
Yeah.
was just having a lot of different emotions that I was experiencing at a very young age that I didn't even understand enough to comprehend that or express to other people. But
Yeah.
it definitely showed me like they was never my friends.
Right.
And they probably couldn't understand you because they was kids.
Right. That's true. But to still
But
not
you
even
know they say it's three ways to know if somebody really truly your friend or not. They say have a baby, go through some tragedy, or become broke, and
hmm
you're gonna find out who really with you.
Oh yeah. Yes. Yes, you will. And just like we all say, hey, what's that saying? Them pressure is gonna bust pipes. And you
Mm-hmm.
gonna know
Mm.
who down for you every time. Every
Mm-hmm.
single that's
But
tough.
that's why I take friends. I've always have, but I definitely take friendships very seriously
Me
when
too.
I meet those really good people and stuff. Like with you and Nicole, like I take, I'm like, no, it
Yeah.
ain't for no period. It's for the whole time I'm on Earth, and I'ma find y'all when I die.
But I do feel like I am one of those people who like, I take friendships very seriously,
Mhm.
but I don't want people not you not one of these people, by the way, to feel like they can't never get tossed away. Because if you do something, the reason you not one of these people is because you ain't ever did me wrong. And we just have little spats like sisters. But if you do something to stab me in my back or something like that, and I know it's vice versa for me. I'm cut off. Mm,
Yeah.
because I think at some point it can be unhealthy to hold on to people. It's toxic. Somebody
Yeah.
who constantly doing you wrong and you see it, or
Mhm.
like I had to realize like before I don't have to forgive you if you don't do nothing to me because I'm watching you do everybody else dirty, and I'm my ego telling me, "Oh, it ain't gonna touch me. She care about me too much. He care about me too much." I
Mhm.
learned from that by watching somebody do everybody around them dirty, thinking it wasn't gonna touch me until it touched me.
Mhm. What was you finna say, Chris?
Oh no, I was just gonna say like, as growing up, it's just I feel like we all know certain types of people. At least me in terms of like I feel like I study what type of person you are when I like
Hmm.
just when I first meet you. Like on some stuff like mm, I just met you and you already asking me for something. And
Yeah.
not saying that I'm not gonna help you and not saying that I don't want to help you, but it's like, you
I
know,
know. I
I
know
get
them
which
it.
one
type of
it
folks can
is.
like only come to you whenever they need something.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
I
saying? Like,
definitely
And I always say taker's gonna take and the user gonna use, so you have to put limits on how much you willing to give.
mm-hmm.
yeah. And my daddy always used to say, when you give stuff 9 times out of 10, give it as if you're not gonna get it back.
Yep, my mama say
Exactly.
that. So,
I agree.
But Shay, we both had this friend, and you was cool with my ex and stuff. And
hmm
with him and that friend, I knew them in and out. I knew I
hmm
was putting everybody else up on game. I was even telling them about themselves. But I was dumb though, because I'm looking at them like I see y'all doing other people this way. And I'm
and
not
that's
thinking
actually what made me get away from both of them.
and I'm not even thinking they'll do me like that.
Hmm.
That was very toxic and I don't know if it's because I felt like I was trying to save them, from
Mm-hmm.
themselves and the shady stuff they was doing. Cause I'm telling them, I'm like, you don't do that. You wrong for that. But
Yep.
everybody can't accept that.
Yep.
Like
I
everybody's
think
not
with
ready to be
him,
called out.
it was because he portrayed himself to be completely different person. Because remember,
Yeah.
I was calling him my brother at first, and we had got close, like, letting him come to my house, all kind of stuff. And then I guess he got comfortable or something, and then he just started. I started realizing like, seemed like he doing people dirty. And then with her,
When
I
you
was,
start doing the person who raised you
mm-hmm.
and lying on them, you
Yep.
gotta look at that person like something ain't right about you.
Mhm. But yep. And remember the girl, that's what made me like really back away from her because at first it wasn't as obvious. You would just see,
Hmm.
oh, she messy and stuff like that. Like, mm-mm. And I can deal with a messy person like cause you don't know none of my business or nothing like that
Right.
to be
I
messy
just
with me.
gotta keep you at arms,
A distance. Yeah, arm's length. But when I started seeing that, oh wait, she's backstabbing people. Oh, she doing and
She
I
going
got
out of her way to cause friction
yeah, that's my
out of
thing. Like,
thin air
yep. And
and
you
going back
making
and
up
forth.
stories and doing crazy. Like that's so weird to me. But I also realized that both of those people were miserable and
They
misery
were.
loves company. So now what I look for, I look to see deeper within the person. Are you truly happy with yourself and with your life? If not, I'm moving around because I know if you're not happy with your life, you're gonna try to make me unhappy in
Yeah, because
mine.
if they see that you're enjoying life or you're enjoying just people in general and they
Mm-hmm.
feel left out or they feel like you too happy, you happier than me, I don't like this. So let me go mess
Mm-hmm.
your life up. I
And a
don't like
lot of
that
people
everybody
want to
like
see
you.
you happy or successful, but they don't want to see you happier or more successful than them.
Yeah. Because I was very closer to them than you were. And
Mm-hmm.
it was bad at the fact that I'm close to you guys and y'all are in competition with me.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
I
think
forgave
that's
them.
why I was able to get away from them faster than you because I didn't have the history with them that you had.
I kept trying to get away from that friend, but for some reason they were like a damn gnat. Like they just
Mm-hmm.
couldn't get away from me. And it was like, why do you want to be my friend so bad?
Mm-hmm. Because you got a light, and when people see that light, and especially when they don't have it, they it's like moths to a flame. They got to be around it. And I feel like it's people who will try to steal your light and steal your energy. And I feel like she was an energy vampire.
Yeah.
She didn't have her own, so she needed yours.
She was always trying to compete with me, relationship wise.
Mm-hmm. It's
Like when
weird.
she found out my ex wasn't doing this and that for me, she'll be like her man doing this and that for her. But then you want me to go take a ride with you to some damn hotel because he's there.
Yeah.
Why? If he
Oh no.
Yeah, treating you like he was treating her dirt, boy. When I say that boy act like he couldn't stand her, which he couldn't, but and she would lie and be like, "He's so good to me," and stuff like that. But then in the next breath, you talking about how he uh he won't help you. He pulled your hair out. He tried to push you down the stairs. All kind of crazy stuff.
she told me
Wow.
they like play fighting.
They wasn't playing.
That's what she told me. But clearly, she lies a
Mhm.
lot.
A lot habitual.
It's so bad because we witnessed her do it to other people
Mm-hmm.
and lie about it.
Yep.
And
And then
then
when I see somebody, like one of my breaking points was her, was I saw somebody crying. We both went up to the person, consoling them. You're
mhm,
acting like you really, really care more about the person because you knew them long or whatever. And
mhm.
then you walk away and then you start talking about them like a dog, like they mean absolutely nothing to you.
She was two completely different people in that moment.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But you know, I've heard her talk really bad about her sisters and her mom and her dad and cousins. Like I've heard her talk bad about everybody in her life, even her
I
own
think
child.
that's really sad.
So when somebody's doing that, literally, like Nisi said, when people show you who they are, believe them. It's
Mm-hmm.
no, it's nothing around that. You can't shake it and make it look like it's some. Is no. That's
Mm-hmm.
just
And
who they
believe them the first time.
are.
Yep. Yep. Now, I will say sometimes for a certain type of person, it may take a little while,
Mm-hmm.
but eventually they will show you. And
Yep.
just like they said, believe them the first time because it's gonna come out. It's gonna come
Yep.
out.
Yeah, you can't hide who you really are for long. If you do, then ooh wee,
Mm-hmm.
because we know somebody like that too. Next,
Yep.
mm. And they still doing that. They still not being themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
What's crazy is when you see the product of them, like they mamas in them, and you be thinking, oh, they family gonna be just like them, and they not. Like this a legit good person, and you be thinking, how are y'all related?
But
How?
what throws me is them same people. We've seen them do amazing things for other people too.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they have it in them. I feel like you choose the life you want to lead.
But that goes to show when we spoke on like it's not necessarily the person within the flesh, it's what's attached to them
Mm-hmm.
spirits
And
that's attached to them.
spiritually, and a lot of I feel like you either not of this world or you are of this world. And when I see like people like how he was very materialistic and stuff
Still
like that,
is.
I feel like I should have known then
But
what type of
all of them are
mm-hmm.
like that. So they are all of this world. They are all
Mm-hmm.
attached to earthly things and living
Mm-hmm.
within the flesh
Mm-hmm.
24/7.
Yep.
They would
Shoot, and
choose
I
rather
understand
that.
why. I'm not gonna act like I don't get it because I know what living in the spirit feels like. I know that's an ugly journey to get to too. Just like forgiving people and forgiving yourself and having to look at yourself. Spiritual belief, like believing in God and rocking with God, and people on TV used to try to make it seem like, oh, I'm meditating. Oh, it's just so
So
beautiful.
easy.
Oh, uh-huh. And
I
you
didn't
looking
connect it
like,
with God. You read some books that saying how God spoke to them and just
mm-hmm.
change their life like that.
And then when you go through it, okay, so I think I was 26, I want to say, when I got rebaptized, because I got baptized as a kid. And then when
Mhm.
I got grown, I was like, I grew up in the church my whole life, still had been in the church, but when I turned 26, I decided I wanted to get rebaptized. And when I say it felt like after that stuff started coming at me, I'm over here ugly crying and feeling like, okay, Lord, I done got baptized. Why it seemed like my life got harder? Well, I feel like he was letting me know, well, you accepted me in. I never said it was gonna be easy. And you got when I say you gotta be careful what you ask for, I understand now because when you ask for Lord, please give me strength, the only way you can get strength is if he give you something to get stronger from. Please give me patience. He's gonna give you something to teach you patience. So it ain't pretty.
No, it's not. Hey Dietrich, how are you doing?
And you got rebaptized as an adult too, didn't
I
you?
didn't I didn't get rebaptized. That was my first time, period.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, I'm doing something, so that's why. But y'all can keep talking. I had to do something.
No, it's all right. Take your time.
Hmm. It really was supposed to be a short live. We just been going and going. But
Oh,
I've been enjoying the conversation.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm just on mute a little bit more than often because I'm kind of sick. So
I hope you
you
feel
know,
better.
I appreciate it. Yeah, like I don't want to be like sniffling and stuff all in y'all ear.
I assumed you was over there watching the game.
Oh, I mean, I'm doing that too. I'm doing that too. Trust me, my eyeballs is on that. But yeah, I just don't want to. Y'all don't need to hear all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just with certain people, you just gotta be careful.
I'm
Like,
back.
welcome,
Did you
welcome.
miss me?
Okay, what was that name? Oh, Martin.
Huh?
What?
Oh,
Darnell Jones.
He
Barnell Hill.
Yeah, Barnett Hill. Did
was
you miss
stealing Martin
me?
stuff when Martin had went up there. That was one of my favorite ones because he had
Mhm.
interrupted Jodeci.
Oh yeah.
They
Casey, JoJo.
didn't know he was gonna do that.
Oh,
I
for real.
know.
Uh huh. That's why I said I could not do that with Martin. I'd be laughing so hard. They'll be like,
Hmm.
"Girl, get her off the stage." 'Cause I'm gonna be laughing.
That's my favorite show all time. Like I've watched every episode at least 5 to 10 times. At least every
My wife
episode.
and kids used to be my favorite show,
Mm.
and the Jamie
Yeah,
Foxx show.
I
yeah.
couldn't
I
really get
like.
in Jamie Foxx that much, but it was funny to me too.
What?
Hmm.
Girl, I love Jamie Foxx.
I love him as an individual because he's just so super talented.
He is.
Mm,
It's
yeah, I
sad
was a
that
big
what
fan
happened
of.
to him though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
What was y'all talking about? Why I stepped away?
I was just telling her why I was kind of muted more because I was sick and
Mm,
I ain't want to be like doing all that damn sniffling and stuff on the mic.
thinking you on drugs. You don't want to take no damn medicine, so you not gonna
I
do that.
took some medicine.
You see my face?
Yeah, I see it. Like I don't know why it's like that. I took some medicine.
What you take?
Some medicine.
NyQuil
Yeah, I
don't
don't know the name of it.
count. You ain't take none.
I did take some.
Yesterday or today?
Huh?
Yesterday or today?
I took some. I took some yesterday.
Nigga, you ain't trying to get better.
But I'm feeling better though.
Shay, his birthday is a couple days before mine too.
When your birthday?
On the 19th.
You a Leo.
Big Leo.
Yep.
Okay, I like
Wait.
Leos.
Hold on. So, are y'all into astrology?
I used to be, but not anymore.
Kinda, a little bit.
Kinda
Yeah.
Not much, but I got some belief in it.
like,
Right.
like,
Gang gang. Virgo gang.
are you one of like the types that say, like, what's the sign that
I
you
know
don't
what
like?
you finna say. I know. We feel what you saying too. Go
Oh,
ahead, cause she know she don't like that either. Go ahead.
oh, okay. So, I was just gonna say, like, is it a sign that you say, like, if you was trying to date somebody and they say, I'm a Pisces? Oh, no, I don't want to talk to you no more.
Nah, I don't do that.
Oh, okay. Hey, you don't know how many times I've met people.
I have to.
and women.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
especially I'm a Gemini. We get it the worst.
You know,
Oh, you a Gemini? I can't talk to you.
hmm
And I'm
I
just
ain't
yeah.
like,
gonna hold
hell
y'all
no.
though. I'm like that with Libras. They just
I don't believe that really truly make up who you are as a whole
no.
It
person.
don't.
Like, but let's
It
be
really
for
just kind
real.
of show if you healed or unhealed, or are you trying to heal? You know, are you doing
I
the
think
work
it's
on
some truth
yourself?
to the stuff, but the way people be acting, I act like this because I'm a Taurus. So I have
Right.
an
That's an
attitude. No,
excuse,
you just
bro.
being unaccountable.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh-uh.
Like,
Ugh.
But I do want to read the book of Enoch because I know that's where all that stuff, like it explained all that stuff and I feel like that's why they took it
I
out the
was
Bible.
reading it and it's very deep. And
Hmm.
it had me looking at myself like, you need to stop doing this and that because you ain't living right. Like it really make you consider a lot of things
Hmm.
and where a lot of stuff came from as well. Yeah.
Hmm.
I might have to
Cause
bring
I'll
you
be
the book.
going back. I like looking back at the history of words and stuff sometimes too. And so I recently learned that um it was some stuff I don't want to say it on her too much because I feel like that's a sensitive thing and I don't be want to change the way people look at certain things
Yeah,
sometimes and
it's
stuff
like
like
that
that,
with religion
especially
though
when I'm
too.
not solidified in how I feel about it. So I'm gonna just say that for when it's just me and you.
Right. Respect.
Hmm.
I don't really
I
care
want
about it no
something
more though.
sweet. Huh?
I don't really care about it no more.
Care about what?
Knowing somebody's sign.
Oh. I'm not one of them like that either, but I'll be like, I find fun in it a little bit and knowing, oh yeah, you this, you know what I'm saying?
I used
But
to, but
I'm not.
I don't even be caring about myself with it
Mm,
because yes, you see certain qualities within that sign in
mm-hmm,
yourself, but that's not who I am completely as a person. It's just little
mm-hmm.
layers of me.
True. I believe it all coexist in one, that and spirit and you just who you are, the things you've been through in life. I believe it all plays a part.
Right.
my bad. Somebody called my phone.
You good.
Child, I done got like three
Oh,
calls.
Chris, you should bring up to Shay what you told me about a person. You don't gotta go too into detail,
Which
but I'm
person?
pretty sure she gonna tell you the same thing I said about somebody like having to keep bigging them up because they low self esteem.
Oh, no, I mean, it's cool. Um, I'll tell her. Nah, so, no, before I say this, I'm not, this is not a dig at women. I'm
Right,
talking about
right.
Mhm,
this,
A specific
this
person.
individual, yeah. Because, like, I'm not one to put this person, well, never mind, but y'all get what I'm saying. But,
Yeah, put all the women together.
yeah, yeah. So this person that I know, I knew for a while. You know, I'm gonna say 90% of the time, it's like I ask this person, I'll be like, "Hey, what's up? How you doing?" I'm all right. I'm not doing too well, or I don't feel like I look good. You know what I'm saying? Like just one of them. Just every time you talk to them, it's always something going on. It's never I'm good, I'm great. How are you? Even if things ain't going good, it's like every time you you just
Mhm.
feel to unload on me your problems. Which
mhm,
again, I don't care because I'm that type of person that I will listen. But if it's every time, you know what I'm saying?
mhm.
Every time you just want to unload the clip on your life story or what's going wrong, it's like it kind of gets tiring.
It's
And
draining.
yeah, and I had asked Angie, I was like, you know, should I feel bad for being fatigued, for being tired of hearing that from this person? Cause it's like, damn, like
Mm-mm.
I want you to feel good, but at the same time, it's like I'm kind of tired of hearing
But also,
that.
I feel like yeah, you may want this person to feel good, but that starts within. They have to take control over that. They if their happiness only comes when you're around, that's a problem.
It's fake.
Yeah,
And they gonna
yeah.
drag you down. Man, listen, I'm one of them people definitely. If I come here in here every day and you ain't got nothing good to say, I'm gonna dang. Ain't nothing good happening in your life.
You
You
ain't
ain't got
even happy you
nothing
woke up
happy.
this morning.
Right.
Yeah.
Hold on, Chum said, "Bruh, it's so hard to date and talk to someone like that. I love to help heal, but sometimes you people just live in misery and drain your battery."
Nah,
Mm-hmm.
A.
for real
Duncan,
though.
A. Duncan said, "I agree. If I ask you how you feel every day and you say the same low energy responses, it made me feel like I was low on energy as well." And then he said, I had to stop talking to her. Chum said, sometimes people unknowingly drain you because I guess they depend on you to be happy.
Mm-hmm. Remember earlier when I had mentioned that the person that we was talking about was an energy vampire? That sound like to me. They sucking up your energy because they don't have their own, but they need to look within themselves and heal and get happy and
That's what
figure
it
it
was for
out.
me in that relationship.
Yeah.
Um, it made me feel like I had to always be happy. It made me feel like even if I was going through something, I couldn't because it was just so wrong for me to feel any
Mm-hmm.
other type of way. And then if I was upset, they made it seem as if they were just way more upset when they wasn't even going through anything. I mean, I can't
Mm-hmm.
say that because I don't know mentally, but I'm saying in their life, it seemed as if they didn't have stuff going on. I literally had things going on around me to where
Mm-hmm.
it was stressful for me.
Yep.
But being around them, it made me feel like, okay, I just can't feel. I gotta be
Yep.
happy or I gotta
I
make them
can't
feel
stand
good.
it when I
Yeah.
gotta alter myself. Like I'm okay if I have to alter myself to be happy sometimes because I know you're in a good mood and I don't want to bring your mood down. But I can't stand when I have to put my feelings to the side because oh whatever they going through bigger than what I'm going through apparently every time.
Exactly.
I can't stand it. And it made me feel like you're self-centered and you can't think about nobody but yourself.
Exactly.
Hmm.
And
They
then
made
it's
it
like,
seem, my bad, go ahead.
oh, nah, like, and then it's like, do you know what type of person that you have to be in order to keep unloading on a
Right.
person day after day? Like, even like, even if you are not having a good day, all right, I'm gonna just say I'm good just because I don't want to keep putting this on this
Mm-hmm.
person. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But
Hmm.
you obviously don't think about that. You just think about yourself. And
Yep.
I don't care. I have a problem, and I'm gonna tell them.
Do you know
Damn.
how negative of a person you have to be to not even think the first thing? Most time when people say, "Hey, how you doing?" Most people automatic first response is, "Oh, I'm good. How are you?"
Hmm.
Not, "Oh, life is just." You have to be negative.
Yo, I've did that plenty of times. Even when things ain't good,
Yep.
I still say I'm good because again, I don't want to bring that that negative energy upon people, like
Yep.
especially when I'm at my job, I greet people, hey, good morning, like I don't want them to
Hmm.
know that I ain't doing well,
Right.
but at the same time, like I want them to have a good day, especially heading up to work. So
Hmm.
any way that I can shine a light, I do that. But yeah,
Yep. Me
you don't
too.
always gotta unload on
Yep.
people.
I think like this, and mainly the people who I unload to are my Angie's, my mom, and my sister. They're my main three focal points. Like when I need to unload on somebody, but or complain about something. But my thought process is, if I complain about this, if I say something about it, would anybody be able to change it? No, okay, then ain't really no point in complaining. Yeah, sometimes I get it off my chest, but I'll pick and choose it because what's the point in constantly talking about it if ain't nothing nobody can do about it? You gotta learn how to just use it and move on.
Facts, because we gotta realize that you can be going through a lot of stuff, but just because you got stuff going on at home, you don't gotta bring it to work.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be your outlet
That
on
part.
just having a good day.
Right.
It's a mind thing. You kind of gotta train yourself to be happy. Like, say F it. If I ain't got nowhere to stay, but when I go to work, I'm finna laugh. I'm finna have a good time, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm not finna worry about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. This gonna be
And
my
I had
temporary
to learn
peace.
that it ain't easy, but
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely worth a try, and it definitely helps.
And
What's
that
up,
that
Yeah.
kind
Jay?
of what
Hmm?
you say, Chris?
Oh no, I was just saying, yo.
That reminded me kind of a person that I used to be friends with. But every time I would talk to her about something I had going on,
Hmm.
somehow, some way, she done been through the same situation. Oh, me too. I've been through that.
But it's
You
worse
been paralyzed. You had a brain tumor. Like, girl, stop playing with me. Like that type of stuff made me mad when people have to make it, and that's what I start realizing. Like this person is very self-centered. She can't let the focus be on me or anybody else. It had to be, oh, I've been through something like that before too. I did. Yeah. Dude, sit down. You
people
know
like
what?
that make me don't want to say nothing. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
could be going through hell and hot water, but you'll never know.
Yep.
I don't like putting other people down with my problems, anyways. I'm gonna keep it to
Mm-hmm.
myself.
I'm the same
So
way.
I'm quick to be like, I'm good, and be sad, mad, going through it, and
Mm-hmm.
I just
Yep.
fake it till I make it.
Yep. And I know you've done that with me a few times because I know what you done been through lately. But you always say you good. I'm like, oh, okay,
You
but
talking
I
Yeah.
about me?
respected it. Yeah.
Oh, why you put me out there like that?
Nah, I'm just saying, like, life just be life, man, and I'm gonna just leave it
Mm-hmm.
at that.
And I
True.
told you, your friends, like as your friend, I can tell when something up with you. Your energy be off.
Hmm.
But I can tell when you don't. One, I'm like this. I've learned you enough to know that when you're ready to talk, you're gonna talk. So I don't push you too much. If I ask you what's going, you are one of the people. You'll just say I'm all right, but it ain't the same. I'm all right when you really all right.
Cause
So
I
I
really
know what
look
you're
at it
saying.
like I'm gonna figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
I go to God and stuff, and it used to be hard to where, yeah, I'm telling you that, and it's still a struggle, but it do get a lot easier because God just take that pressure off of me on worrying about stuff I can't control. Like, I had that
Mm-hmm.
problem. Like, I'm always trying to control everything,
I used to too.
especially with myself. Not everybody else necessarily, but mainly with myself. And it gets frustrating, especially when
Mm-hmm.
other people are involved. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's just kind of like I cannot control what they do, but I can control
Mm-hmm.
what I do, how I take it, and what I'm thinking.
Right. I used to be like that with myself and other people. And I remember one of my mama biggest things she used when I say she beat it into my head, boy. She kept telling you can't save everybody. Stop trying to save people. You always take other people's problems on as it's yours. Stop. You can't, these people gonna run you to the ground.
I still be learning that, and I feel like I've gotten better, but I still be getting told like I'm doing it. And I'm like, man,
Mm-hmm.
y'all have no idea. I've gotten a lot better.
Yeah, I done got way better and learning how to just listen to people and it not become my problem. It's still your problem. And I can give you advice and stuff without I'm an empath, so I was taking on your emotions and
Right.
not you necessarily, but other people
In general.
emotions and stuff. Right. So, but I've learned you could be an empath and still like detach from it. I had to learn
Boundaries,
how to detach.
definitely
Yep.
boundaries. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah,
learning that when people are going through something, I don't have to just go and see like I can just walk off like that ain't got nothing to do
Mhm.
with me. And I'm definitely learning that like with my mom and stuff, like when she's going through stuff and it's like, okay, you older than me, you know this, you know how to, handle this. Why are
Mhm.
you allowing yourself to be in something or going through that when you don't have to? You're
Right.
choosing to. Because she's
Yep.
always trying to like say, for instance, help my brother, and she tell him something like 20 times, and she's getting frustrated. You can hear it in that person's voice, like they getting frustrated. And it's like, why are you helping them then? If they're
Mhm.
frustrating you and it's not getting through their head, they don't want to do it. So let them go through it and experience that so they can learn from it. Because if you keep giving them that cheat code and then you mad that they not using that cheat code,
Mhm.
you
hmm
can't get mad at that. I say that
Yep.
all the time. Like you can give all these tools,
But
but
it's up to them to take
yeah,
it. What
they
is it?
gonna
You
take
can
it.
lead the
Like
horse
they
to
may
water.
look at it and be like, I don't want that, or I just want this.
Mhm.
And you gotta accept that.
Yep.
And sometimes you don't got to get them nothing. Just let them
Yep.
figure it out. Because then you have to.
Mhm.
So I'm
yeah,
definitely learning like, oh, she going through this or this happening.
And
I
a lot
move
of times
around.
people can't learn their lessons. A lot of times people can't learn their lessons unless you make them learn that lesson. Some people have to experience it and go through the hard way.
that's true.
Definitely. But
My
she
mama
definitely
problem.
is one of the parents that look at it like, because, for so long, you can only hold yourself accountable as a parent sometimes because
Mhm.
hmm
then your child choices become their own repercussions on whatever happens with the choice that they make. But
Yeah.
she is like, bro, I'm your youngest child. I'm 31. This nigga 32. My sister is 38. Our choices and what we do in life now, whether it's good or bad, is not necessarily on you.
It
We're
ain't
adults
on her at
now.
all.
But she's looking at it like that because she's like, okay, I raised y'all. I don't know why
Mhm.
this person feel like this. Like she feel like with my sister, why are you searching for love and feel like you just gotta be loved? I didn't gave you more love than all the rest of my kids because I wasn't
Mhm.
working when I had you. And I'm just like, mama, you don't know how she may be thinking
Mhm.
or feel. Like some people may not feel like they got enough love.
Mhm. And some people don't truly feel love unless they getting it from like a man or
Right.
somebody of the opposite sex.
And I
Yep.
honestly think that she might have daddy issues because, well, they probably don't know this, but you know this, Shay. My dad is not my sister's father, but my dad was, raising her since she was a baby.
Mhm.
But that don't mean that she's okay with that
Yep.
completely because he's not her biological father.
Yep.
So I didn't say this to my mom, but I've been thinking this. I'm like, she's probably have dealt with father issues. Like,
Mhm.
why is my dad not around? Why didn't he love me? Because
Right.
when he did try to come around, he always was trying to holler at my mama. Like this nigga came to my daddy and them house, like his mama house, looking
Girl,
for my mama.
disrespectful.
And wasn't worried
Mm-mm.
about my sister was like on the porch. He was not worried about her at all.
You got to be
Mm-mm.
bold.
Bold as hell. And you know what? That was one of the things I kind of went through that, but in a different way. And it was with my mama, because, like I said, she was not. She still to this day is not an affectionate person, but it's just love language is different. I know that now, but as a child, you don't look at it like that because you don't know that type of stuff. I'm just looking like, man, mama don't give enough hugs and stuff like that. And I had a auntie who is super affectionate and stuff, and she would try to make up and give me that love, but I didn't want her. I wanted my mama. So it didn't make a difference whether I had somebody to give me that type of love.
Right.
You're not the person I want.
Hmm.
So I can see that.
Real quick, we got a question from Chum. He said, "Do you think we all have that mindset when we have faith trying to save everyone?"
Mm, for the
I
most
can
part,
agree
yeah.
to it because I'm a person
Yeah.
of faith and I feel that way, but I can't say that as in a general thing for everybody because I don't. You got some people who have faith and they don't help people at all.
America.
Hell, all
I'm gonna
America don't have
say
faith.
I know, but this is supposed to. When I say America,
I
I'm not
know what
talking
you
about
meant. I was
Americans.
being funny.
I'm talking about the country. America is supposed to be a Christian-based country, but we do nothing to feed the poor. We do nothing for immigrants. We're actually kicking them out and hurt. We're not gonna get into politics.
I mean, I don't care. It might get a little short up in the chat, but I mean, hey, this us, y'all. We having an open dialogue. You can't get with it. I mean, I don't know what to say. Love you. Thank you for being here. But if you want to get on there, I mean, I'm good. Chris, you good
It,
with it?
no, sure, I don't care.
I just got a lot of anger towards this here country, honey. And it ain't even necessarily towards Trump because Trump is just Trump. He always been an idiot. And
But people voted for him, so I mean, you're getting what you
idiots.
voted for.
And then now they all, oh, he's kicking us out. Like the person who it's in Houston, it's a place called Trump Burger. And it's a burger joint that's based off of Trump. The person who owns that is getting deported.
I see that. I
I'm
see
sorry,
that
that's not funny.
video. I
I
seen that
gotta hold
video.
on, y'all. Go ahead.
But it's like I had at least I should say a Hispanic homegirl born in Mexico came to America with her family and stuff. She's not an immigrant, like well, she has her papers and all that stuff now, right? You voted for Trump, and then now you saying he lied, he lied, he no Trump standing on everything he said. That's the one thing I can give him. He ain't lie about nothing. But a lot of people kept saying, "Oh, but he's entertaining, it's funny, and all that stuff." So that was the reason they was voting for him. You can't vote off of that type of stuff. Like, what the hell is going on? It is just a lot.
It is. I'm not into voting. I don't care if I'm gonna vote. I feel like where I should vote at is my neighborhood because that's what's
Hmm.
really affecting me.
I didn't know. I didn't used to know anything about voting
That's
in your
another thing too.
neighborhoods.
Like we're not educated about this stuff. Like I
Hmm.
feel like that should be something that should be learned in school as well.
Yep. I feel like finances should be learned in school.
Yes, because
Home
in school
economics.
I wasn't taught the difference between debit cards, credit cards, and credit in
Hmm.
general.
Yep. Me neither.
It's kind
Luckily,
of like.
go ahead.
Now you go ahead because you was talking first.
No, yeah, I done forgot my train of thought.
Oh, well, well, I was just gonna say it's kind of like they teaching us stuff. I ain't gonna say all of it don't matter because there's some stuff in school that does matter, but it's like they teaching us stuff that we're not gonna use as adults. It's like I feel like everybody need to know, especially kids, about taxes. They don't teach.
Hmm.
They don't tell us anything.
I tell you what
They
they
don't tell us
teaching us.
anything about taxes. Nothing.
Mm-mm.
You know
From
what
my
I'm saying?
point of view, they teaching us how to be factory workers and inmates.
Yeah, they make a
Yep.
lot of money from prisons.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And
They don't
I've
talk about
seen,
that enough either. That's like it's like a little secret or something. That's how it come
huh?
out.
What you
It's
say?
they act as if the knowing that you get money, all that money from prisons, like it's a secret or something.
But
Because
you
a
know
lot
what
of it.
though?
Go ahead. Uh-huh.
My bad. No, no, no. You go because I keep on cutting you off. Now
Now
you
you
go ahead.
good, man. Look, I've been seeing you come off mute a couple times, but we keep talking. I'm thinking, Chris, just jump in there.
Ain't no chicken ghost.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know, like if y'all seen like this little meme and stuff on like Instagram or Twitter or whatever, but it's basically a slide to where they compare school and they compare a prison in terms of like the lunchroom
Mm-hmm.
compared to like a school in a prison.
Yep.
It's the same.
Mhm.
They got lockers and all that other stuff. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Yep.
They got like a playground, just like a jail. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's just
I
it's
saw
like
it.
damn.
It was
They got
really
like the
deep.
school bus and like the prison bus. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
dang, like they, it
The
just make you think.
bells, even like the bells to go to know when to go somewhere. Like the teachers telling you which way to go. The prison guard telling you which way to go. Yep.
Yeah, my daughter literally told me she in high school. Y'all, since when do in high school we have to get walked to the cafeteria in a
Oh,
line?
Mm-mm.
I remember we did that in elementary, but high school,
That's what I'm
Yep.
no.
saying.
That's
Like high
completely. You
school
supposed to be more independent in high school. And then one thing I said they don't teach us because when you go from high school to college, it is a completely different experience. They
and you
are
should
not
be
teaching
learning
our
that really
kids.
when you're a junior and senior, and a little
Mm-hmm.
bit I feel like sophomore too. So,
Mm-hmm.
hold on, y'all. A. Duncan said you don't have to have faith to make someone's day. Did we say that?
Faith to make. I think. Wait. You don't have to have
Oh,
faith to make someone's day. I think he said that because when a person has said due to being like a spiritual type of people or being faith based people, then we have
talking
a
about Chum
responsibility.
question.
Yeah.
But that's not even the same thing. Chum is talking about trying to save someone. You
Mm-hmm.
talking about A. Duncan about trying to make somebody day happy. You referring to what Chris was saying. I think Chum is saying overall, people who live within faith, we have this in us to just want to help people and save them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a difference to me. I could be wrong, but I'm just clarifying y'all stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What else politically, Shay, that got your feathers ruffled?
Girl, just the whole thing. Like I just feel like the way they try to make it, like how when I was a kid, I wanted to go to the military so bad cuz I thought America was just the greatest country. And then when I grew up and woke up, I should say, my eyes started open. I was looking like
Why you
it was an
sacrificing your life?
illusion. Like they used to preach on TV the American dream. We can't even afford to live in a house by ourselves. Minimum wage in the state of Texas. I'm gonna just put Texas because I'm nowhere else. I don't know what they make. But in the state of Texas, minimum wage has not gone up in years. But the price of living keep rising and rising and rising. And they're expecting people to live off of this. When I first
Mhm.
bought my first home, my house was $180,000. I bought a new home this with 100 square feet less than where I was living. $300,000. And I'm just looking at if you are not I see why a lot of people, like, I don't think it's wise to do this, but I do see why a lot of people are hesitant to break up with the person that they with and just stay in an unhappy situation because they don't know if they can live out here by themselves. We paying for groceries, we pay for water, something that the earth give us naturally. We have to pay for that, and the price keep going up. That's why I put a guard. I want to start a garden in my backyard because I'm like, we're paying for apples and oranges and stuff. We get this for free from God already.
Hmm. It's like we be at like the gas station trying to think about life decisions.
Hmm. And
Like,
then
damn.
you looking at other countries who are said to be in the lower caliber. Oh, they don't got as much money as us. They not as rich as us. They not as free as us. Free healthcare, free education,
Real
but
quick,
we supposed to be
hold on,
top
Shay.
dog.
I need to speak to somebody. Pharaoh Blood Forever. Hey, thanks for joining the live. And Chum says Shay be speaking facts.
Well, thank you.
Go ahead, my bad.
It just make no sense to me. Like that's what I'm saying. Like they get free education over there. They get free medical over
Hold
there.
on, wait a minute. Chris,
Mm-hmm.
why is two of you? Look.
It just popped up on
which,
my screen.
which one is you, bro?
And then one muted and
Oh,
one
cool.
ain't.
I'm sorry. I'm goofy. I'm really goofy, y'all. I'm
I don't
sorry.
know, but I was trying to answer like a text message and come on. Oh, sorry. No, I was trying to answer a text message and it booted me out, so I joined again, and I guess it didn't,
Mhm.
you know, kick
Yeah.
my
Mm,
other person out.
you good. I was just wondering why it was two. That was new to me.
Yeah, but I'm here.
You got a
But yeah.
twin?
Nope, not at all. We gotta. I don't want to dig in that right now.
What?
We'll have. I feel like this is because I feel like this opened up a whole nother can of worms, but I don't feel like getting into that right now. I'll
Why
have to
you bring
text
it
you
up?
because, like, I don't know if you want to bring it up either.
Okay,
And
text
besides,
me.
it's
Text
okay.
me. Oh, it's gonna kick you out. I forgot. You
No,
probably got
no,
that little
no,
bang
no.
bang on. Mm.
Right.
I
So
want
I'm
to.
like, so
I want to. I'm finna
or
text
or
you say.
or
I'm sorry.
or or do you feel like it should be like a topic on like another show?
I mean, we already flowing. I'm down with it if Shay is and if you are. But
Oh,
I
I'm
mean,
down with it
we can set it up.
because I
I'm
know where
finna
my
text you
heart
say.
is. Because I know where my heart is. I ain't got no hate in my heart, so I'm good. I don't care.
mm.
So I
I'm
mean,
cool with
if you
that.
want me to, I will.
I
You
ain't
know,
going to
like
do
I
it.
ain't
She
gonna.
good, you good. I'm solidified in who I am. So if
No,
they
for
rock
sure.
with it, they rock with it. If they don't, they ain't for me. Cause you over here, you gotta be able to have all types of conversations and be able to respect one another at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, I'm gonna say this before I even get started. I don't hate. I'm not hating. I don't have hatred. If I see any of these type of people, I will give them the ultimate respect, just like I would anybody else. So if anybody in the chat trying to check me or trying to damage my character for my opinion upon about what we are about to talk about, hey, it's whatever. But just know I don't got no hatred. But I was gonna bring up the. I feel like social media, the society, the government, it's like trying to push this LGBTQ community upon kids, and I don't care what nobody say. I'm not down with it. I'm not. I feel like a kid should always be a kid. Um, let a kid grow up to be a kid and experience a kid. You know what I'm saying? And I just
Mm-hmm.
feel like it's too much of that going on to where you're not letting it come natural to the kid if the kid
Mm-hmm.
feels that way. You trying to push them towards it through shows, through movies, commercials. And it's like, damn, like we talking about kids here, like we ain't talking about grown ass people. We talking about kids.
Yeah, I
And
can.
I have an issue with that.
Yeah, I can agree. It's a difference between trying to be inclusive and forcing it, because I feel like seem like no matter where you go now, that's what you see. And to the point where it's like, I remember like people used to tell me, "Oh, I'm gay," or "I'm gay," and it felt to me like, or am I supposed to throw a party? Like, okay, like what am I supposed to say to that? And now when you look, it's everywhere. And it's like, okay, well, now we starting to feel pushed out and not included, because I can't watch nothing without it being there. And it does feel like, I feel like how you said, let a kid be a kid. If they decide they want to be that, then let them be that. If they decide they like boys, then let a girl like a boy. Like they want to be straight, let them be that, but let them discover that for themselves. I feel you on that one.
Definitely forced. Definitely a I don't want to say political, but it's
Mhm.
definitely an intention behind
Mhm.
it. And it's come sometimes I ain't even a child, but it made me feel like you trying to make me that.
Mhm. And I'm gonna
And
just
I
be
gotta
quite.
stay firm and solidified in who I am because, like both of y'all said, it's everywhere, bro.
Mhm. I'm gonna just
It's
be
in the
100%
cartoons real
honest.
bad. Like you could tell they're really targeting these kids.
Mhm. Yeah, cause it's in cartoons and stuff.
Really bad.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't remember it being like that growing up. It might have been some little stuff you kind of like, but it wasn't this
Mhm.
blatantly like just
You had
offensive.
to, like, I was watching the episode of the Steve Harvey show, and they was before their time, because they was like, we got a new student. Actually, it's an old student. Tony is now Tara, or whatever they said, but we didn't get it as kids because it wasn't just so in your face. I
Right.
like it like that. Like, even with the music wasn't so in your face with all of like, we had edited versions of music. We didn't understand. Well, they let us
remember
be
Kids
kids.
Bop.
Yep. They let us be kids. Now these days, it's like they're stripping the kids of their childhood and forcing them into adulthood too fast. And I'ma just be honest, I'm grown, full grown, damn near 40 grown. And I don't even understand it fully. I don't know how to explain it when a kid, like a child, come up to me and ask me like, what's that mean and what's a transgender. I can tell you the basis of what a transgender is, but when you start asking me deeper questions and stuff, baby, I don't know.
I agree. Like that
And
shit is confusing.
it's a very sensitive
Mm-hmm.
situation topic, and you have to watch everything you say.
Mm-hmm. And then, especially because you don't want to make somebody feel like they're unaccepted because
Hmm.
you don't because I don't understand. I don't want to say anything to offend you. Like, I don't understand women who like women. And that's just because I'm a woman who's not attracted to a woman. But
Hmm.
it's not for me, it's not me saying that, oh, you wrong for that.
And you going to hell. Like
Right.
I can't tell you who going or who not. So
Right.
Exactly. I'm not
Exactly.
one of them people who believe that, because I'm like, but if we sinning every day, because they say that the only perfect person was Jesus.
right.
Who am I? We don't know how God judges, because He never put how He judges. And He said, as long as you believe in me, is the faith of a mustard seed. Then I can't say, oh no, you going to hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chom, hold on real quick. Chom said, sector of the world, I wouldn't put my kids in public school now because of the agenda. Definitely.
Hmm.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Yep. And then a lot of it is some, well, not a lot, but I know a lot of people who, I don't know, my whole life people just kind of have opened up and felt comfortable to talk to me. And a lot of them have been sexually assaulted. And now, like, I remember I had a male friend come to me and he was portraying as gay. But then I remember he was telling me he didn't know, because he felt like he was gay because he was sexually assaulted by a man. So he was like, I got to be there, right?
He ain't had a choice to choose. It
Right,
was it was chosen for him.
right. So it's like when I say these be hard topics and situations because it's not black and white like everybody be trying to make it
Mm-mm.
seem.
Nah, nah, it's not. And I
But it
think
do
my
hold on real quick, Chris. It do throw
okay.
me off though with all the labels. I ain't gonna hold you.
Mm-hmm.
That and then they saying if you don't get it right, you are labeled as homophobic and all of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if I
You
can say
read
that
my
on
mind.
YouTube.
You read
I
my
was
mind.
watching a video today where this girl was like she got kicked out of Ulta because the guy who works there had nails on. So she told him, "Oh, I like your nails. They are pretty." And he was like, "I'm a man. You don't use words like pretty with me. You trying to offend me." And she was like, "But he had on nails and they were pretty." Like, I'm so confused. And I'm looking like, I don't even think he knew why he was mad.
Mm,
Because
Hmm.
what? And like one, I was watching a different video where this dude was like, "You're misgendering me," because he was a male with women clothes on. And so the person was like, "Yeah, because she thinking that that's what he wants to be." And he was like, "You misgendering me? I'm a boy." And I'm like, this is just so confusing. And they get mad when we don't know, and then get mad when we ask the questions. And it's like you tiptoeing around them because you don't know what's gonna set them off.
right.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta educate people
Mm-hmm.
instead of always getting mad because some people really don't know.
Mm-hmm. And I do get that it's a trauma there because it has been hard for them to come out. It has been
And some of them
unaccepted.
has gotten
Absolutely.
assaulted and deleted,
Bully.
all types of
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Yep.
And it's
Yep.
still going on now to this day. So I can
Exactly.
understand that. I didn't go through it, but I can definitely understand that.
Yep.
Hmm.
Chom said there was a study that said over 80% of gay, bi, etc. have been abused. I would have to look it up,
Mhm.
but it's true.
Yeah. I think I seen that stat as well.
I think you
It's
was finna say
sad.
something too, Chris.
Oh yeah. Nah, I was just gonna say, like I feel like my biggest issue is like just because I disagree don't mean that I have hatred for you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, just
So
like
basically, because you disagree with their lifestyle,
with the lifestyle, I'm still gonna treat you with respect. And I'm not gonna throw out, I don't like you being that way. I'm not gonna even do that. But if you
Mm-hmm.
ask me, I'm gonna tell you.
right?
And just because I tell you, it don't mean that I can't still love you either. But you
Right.
know what I'm saying? It's like because I've actually went through this at my job to where which I didn't know that this person was like that. But hey, like I went on and told him. And it was another instance to where before work I had brought in some Chick-fil-A. Now, if you know a little bit about Chick-fil-A, it's the reason why they not open on Sundays, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that person took offense to me eating Chick-fil-A. And at first I was like, "Dang, bro, like why you treating me like that, bro? Like I'm just over here eating my little biscuit and lemonade. Like, dang, bro, like why you showing me all this attitude over Chick-fil-A?" And then like it kind of hit me. I'm like, "Oh, okay." But still it was like, "Damn, bro, like you taking that you got that from me." Nah, bro, it's not even like that. Like I just like they biscuits.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
it was, it's just like just because we have a different thought, and again, this is not us bashing or showing hatred. We just
At
having a
all.
conversation. You know what I'm saying? So, just because we're having this conversation, any of us have not said anything homophobic,
Mm-hmm.
hatred, or anything like that. So don't, like, nah, we not them. We are not them type of people because it is them type of people that hate gay people.
Yep.
They are out there, so I will admit that, but not all of us are like that.
Exactly.
I don't
So
look at them as that because you're still just a
A
person to me.
human.
Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah,
And you what with the community? I'm gonna be honest and tell y'all one of the problems I have. And that is when we say something that like we could be talking about, like how we was just talking about politics, right? And if you disagree with them, not all of them, or nothing like that. But some of them, if you disagree with something that they saying, or if you tell them no to something, like they want something from you, say you ask me,
Mhm.
can I borrow your phone? I said no. You homophobic. You just don't like gay people. That's why you won't let me see your phone. And you
I'm
looking like,
sorry.
how did those two things correlate? Like, what are you talking about? I I can't stand now them the ones who be acting like that. I cannot stand it because I feel like I cannot have a conversation with you. I feel like nothing that I do is gonna be right.
It gives off Karen vibes, but
It
in that way,
does. Mm-hmm.
I get it.
And I feel
You know
like you're
what's
not
crazy
arguing
though
to
in the
teach. I
world
feel like
though?
you what you
Oh, my
say.
bad. I don't mean to speak over you, but you know what's crazy? The fact that people that live that type of lifestyle, they have more rights in some of them, not all of them. But it seemed like that's more caring for and more a sensitive thing more than black people.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all get what I'm
I
saying?
yeah, I've said that before. It seems like they're getting more rights than us. Like um in the Constitution, we're still not even considered a full human.
And technically, I could be wrong, but we were used like to balance a certain thing out. That's why they was even allowing slaves to vote.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then our first black president, he helped out that community more than black people.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
And I'm not saying that I wish he wouldn't have done that or nothing like that.
No.
I'm saying I wish he was a better balance. Help us and them. Why does it have to be either or?
And then I was having this is a side thing, but kind of can coexist. I was having this conversation with somebody, and I realized I got not defensive, but I got passionate about it. And Shay, we've spoke about this before too, where black women they are the least protected, the least respected, and
Mm-hmm.
we are looked at as the low bottom of the women.
Bottom of
Like
the
we're
totem pole.
when you,
Mm-hmm.
especially if you a brown girl and you dark, you
yep,
ugly. If you
Mm-hmm.
ain't light or if you ain't white and if you ain't anything else, you know.
Yep.
But if you
And
dark,
black men
brown,
next
you
after
ugly. So you
us.
stupid, you loud, you dusty,
Mm-hmm.
ghetto.
hmm
Yep. And I just be looking, and but we're also looked at as the ones who save everybody. We're the teachers. We're the mothers. But to be honest, that's why I want. I don't care what none of them say. You can never, ever, ever catch me talking down on black men.
Me
I
either.
may specify one that I just don't like, but I will never turn my back on our men
And put them in one
because
whole and that's
yeah.
what
categorize them.
happens to
Yep.
us though.
The
You're
black
right.
community do that a lot to ourselves.
Yeah.
Yes.
We do.
We
Like,
it's
And
like we
then
hate
don't even
ourselves so much.
realize that
hmm
it stems from slavery when Willie Lynch said turn them
Mhm.
against each other.
yep.
It's still affecting us to this. When I say one person who did their job, and if ever I could bring them back from history to whoop their ass, would be Willie Lynch.
He knew about the mind thing and then it went
Mm-hmm.
in DNA. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So we
Mm-hmm.
still stuck in that slavery mentality.
Yep.
But it was crazy though, even with that, them slaves still was respecting one another. You still had
Mm-hmm.
some black men who love black women,
Yep.
protecting they black women. Now
Mm-hmm.
you got because it's niggas.
Yeah.
They don't give a damn.
You still, I'm gonna correct that. because you still have some black men out here who freaking love us and can't nobody say nothing about us
But
as
I'm
black
saying for
women.
those who don't, like we can't act like it's not a big portion out there
Yeah,
Yeah.
there
that's like
are,
that.
but I
And
feel like they get you see more people talking about them versus you see them actually talking about the good black men who still love us.
that's
They
true.
keep
Yeah.
they keep getting washed out just the same way with black women. You get black men who think we can't stand them because so many people are
Because they the
talking about
loudest. They the loudest in the room.
they exactly they are the loudest in the room, and then we get washed out and it's like, nah, baby, I still love you. Matter of fact, I don't even date outside my race.
Right.
Yeah, like I think the black woman is like first to get divorced and last to get married. Like it's kind of
Yep.
crazy out here, for real, for real.
And it's not even about our race though. That's what has me mind blown because just because I'm dark or brown, that don't mean for like the white woman, I won't act the same way she acting. Like I could act more like her than a sister. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Hmm.
not even based off of my skin tone
It's
on how I'm gonna
stereotypes.
act.
Yep.
A lot of people. I've been called a bunch of different stereotypes. I've been called the angry black woman when all I'm doing is talking. I've been called, and then I'm one of those type. I stick up for my people. I'm very vocal. I'm articulate. So when you call me angry, or when you try to call me ghetto, because I've been called ghetto before too. You try to call me ghetto, or I've had like I'm not gonna lie. Growing up, I would I felt a certain type of way because I we went to like an academy at one point, and I was
Mhm.
speaking like really proper English. And for white people, it was like I'm still ghetto. I'm still ghetto black girl to them. But to the black people, I was looking like I was trying to be white.
But you was just
So
educated.
I was just educated. And so even still to this day, sometimes like I talk like this, but to some people, oh, you ghetto girl, you be sounding ghetto. And
Hmm.
then to some people, like I remember when I worked at a certain place, it was a guy in the mail who was dropping off some mail or something. And he had asked me, he was like, "Hey, come here right quick. Can I talk to you?" And I was like, yeah, what's up?" And I'm thinking, I don't know you, but I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" And he was like, "Where you from?" And I'm like, "Dallas." And he was like, "I know you from Dallas, but like what part?" I
Hmm.
grew up in Oak Cliff. So I'm like, oh, like well, half my life was in Oak Cliff, the other half was in North Dallas.
Right.
But I say Oak Cliff because that's where my roots are. Like that's where I was first introduced to the world. So I was like, well, Oak Cliff. And he was like, what? I would have never guessed that. And I'm like, why? And he was like, "Well, you don't talk like us. Like you don't sound ignorant. Like you." And he was like, "No offense, but you talk like you got an education." No offense to me. You sound like you just offended yourself, sir. But
Real people know how to turn it on and turn it off.
mm-hmm,
You know what I mean?
yep,
Because I've been there too. You know, I'm from Oak Cliff, but I also went to
mm-hmm,
school in Glen Heights and Red Oak.
mm-hmm,
It was around the time where it wasn't that many black people. Like
right,
it might have been me, my brother, and maybe one other black person and they sibling or whatever. And they was so used to being around, you know, those type of people. They the people didn't consider them black. But
right,
because we came literally straight from the hood to this, you know, neighborhood, you could tell, you could spot us like a sore thumb.
yeah.
But
And
I
hold on,
know,
right quick. I want to go backwards
hmm
and say, I know we were just talking about the LGBTQ community, but it didn't really last that long because I'm gonna just be honest. I'm not part of the community, so I don't really know much about it and how to keep the top. I will say, when I was younger, it was no exception. It was, I don't rock with that. And if like one of my families came up gay, I was like, absolutely not.
I just
But
know
then,
people laughed at them, made fun of them.
yeah, and I would. because growing up, especially growing up in the church, you're taught that that's not acceptable. But then when I start getting older and able to make up my own mind and stuff, I'm looking at them like they still humans.
But they
Like,
hypocritical at churches because you got them saying that, and I know plenty of family members or people in
mm-hmm,
churches. Some of them be the main people
baby,
way up in there,
the
and then
the
or people
choir
know it all,
director.
but then people act like they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I got a family member that's gay,
Mm.
and she's a preacher,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
and she
Yep.
ain't she ain't
And
young.
I just
Oh,
like I've evolved into a better person with my thought process because now it's okay. Like you gay, okay? I still accept you as who you are. Like I don't have a judgment towards you
right.
as long as you don't try to force it upon me. Because there are people out there who will try to make you. Well, you don't know. You know you ain't gay. You ain't never even tried it.
Yeah, that was people was trying to do that to me like in middle
Yep.
school and
Mhm.
in high school a little bit, and I'm just like, because you know how you can get along with people, and I've
Mhm.
always had this problem where I don't know, I guess I'm open and people feel like comfortable around me, whatever, but I'm just chilling, I'm being myself, and I
Yeah.
can't help if you like me or whatever, but I'm just cool with you.
Mhm.
You know, they start flirting with you, and then they get a little bit too extra, and you be like,
Mhm.
it ain't even like that. And that's what messes it up. It's like we can coexist together, but respect the fact that I don't roll that way.
Yep. And I'm gonna
Exactly.
respect the fact that you do.
Yep. Yep. And that's how it should be.
Mhm.
But it always ain't that way. Cause I've met a whole bunch of they were cooler than girls that were straight that was my friends. Like they was really cool girls. But then when
Mhm.
they start doing all that flirting and wanna jokey joke, touch your booty, a hug, nah, I'm good on it.
Yep.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
And
Then we
I've
gonna be
had
fighting.
plenty of them. Matter of fact, I got two close friends, three really close friends to me that are like two of them are married to each other, and the other one date girls, but they have never crossed the line with me. They ain't never made me feel uncomfortable. They ain't never made me feel no type of way.
Hmm.
So that's why we still over 20 something years we've been friends. So as long as we can keep it cute and cordial with each other, and then sometimes if I have questions, I can ask them like, what they mean or why you know what I'm saying? I can get personal with them, and I feel like that's what it should be.
It's
Our
respect.
differences sometimes should be able to
Definitely
bring us
respect
closer
there.
together. Right? Exactly. Exactly.
I'm like, yeah.
You need to get your twin. He trying to be on the show.
Do y'all hear me double?
Nah,
Mm-mm.
I took it off.
Oh,
Even when it was too, you still wasn't doubling in sound.
oh, okay.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's the whole world. Like if everybody just respect each other's differences and learn to coexist and not force people to like agree with them, or because even if I didn't like it or anything like that, I feel like I should be able to disagree with you and we still be cool.
Right.
But your lifestyle don't got nothing to do with me.
Exactly.
Just don't bring it around me like that.
I agree.
Hopefully, I don't give off gay vibes or lesbian vibes.
Nah, but I think for me, it's the like it's a word that I'm looking for, but I guess I can kind of explain it. It's like the expect us to adjust to them,
Adapt.
adapt. Yeah, and I'm like,
I feel like
no,
they a good amount of them expect us to understand them and learn them, but don't want to have the same respect for us and to basically coexist with each other. But I live my way, you live your way. Why do I have to? Like I feel like they be want some of them want more than what we give. Like with the respect. Okay, I gave you respect. I understand your lifestyle. I don't really care. And but I'll be feeling like they want us to throw a
You care.
parade or
They
something.
want you to
And
care though. Some of them.
yeah.
And then I ain't gonna hold y'all. It's some of them who want to turn people out.
Mm-hmm. And I
Yeah.
be thinking, are you who you are because you who you are, or are you who you are because you're seeking attention, or you want, like you said, want to turn somebody else out, or like what's the goalpost here?
Yeah.
And then we ain't even spoke on the men. You got a lot of them men be having beards with women, or they
Oh,
want both, but they really be liking men.
that's in
Mm-hmm.
TV shows too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm like, oh, like how y'all, like how y'all
And
watch this? Bro? Like, I can't,
you.
as a straight man,
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it. I'm sorry, I cannot do it. I'm not gonna feel right. Like, I'm not like offended or anything. It's just, I don't know. I guess the man in me can't allow myself to visually watch that.
And
Mm-hmm.
prison really stamped a lot of that too. I never forget that Boondocks episode with that man, like
Yeah.
man
Oh,
cut. He
to
was
my
like,
Felice Johnson.
he was like, I want it. I'm gonna take
Yeah.
No, 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 no. You say, and what do you say? Um,
I like it,
it.
yeah, and
and
I
Yeah.
I
like
want
it,
you.
and I want to.
We're
And we
gonna
can
do
do
this
this
the
the easy
easy
way.
way.
We can do this the hard way. The choice is yours.
Hmm. It was funny on the show, but for him to
But
be
it's
like, when
real
I
though,
saw his interview in real life, I was cringed out. I
Nah,
right?
said,
like,
absolute. That
And
scared
he
nah,
me.
like
out of
he
jail
really
too.
like that.
Yeah.
Hmm. And bro, speaking of him, the 21 versus 1 thing, he was on that, and these people
What?
are not taking it seriously, and
They
they
not.
love
Yeah,
People get their ass on the flip
people
side. They
just
better stop.
be doing anything for clout. And it was not only women on there, it was men on there, straight men who trying to make fun of him. That man will take you.
but that's what
Chum,
I'm saying.
hold on real quick. Chum said it's actually a fetish for a lot of them. They love to turn someone out, the hurt, the hurt. And he
That's
said
true.
prison is the root of it. Buck breaking. I watched a ton of prison stories. It's a risk. I can't even say this right. It's a dang. Why can I say this? It's a ritualistic how they go about it. It's savagery. Yeah, I agree.
I feel like that even go back to slavery when he used a specific word and called it buck breaking.
Mhm.
Because remember, that's what they used to do to our men.
Mhm.
So
Definitely.
I feel like
That was another part of the mental breaking the mental.
mm-hmm.
That's sad. Mm-mm-mm.
You know,
I'm sorry. We all got quiet like damn.
Cause these conversations really are deep and get deeper than, and we have little knowledge of certain things and stuff because we truly not in it and don't understand it. So it's like it's only so much we can say, but also thinking before you speak is a big deal too, because you don't want to offend nobody.
Chum says still goes on. White male officers abusing black men in prison. Yeah. They be sticking them damn what's them things they be hitting people with?
Them baton
Sticks.
things.
Yeah, them sticks, yeah. He said a lot of patterns when we stop and realize everything is connected, nothing new under the sun. Chum,
Yep.
you gonna have to join, buddy. You
Mm-hmm.
got a lot to say. That's real though.
Nah, for real. And Chum been speaking.
Yeah, he talking about
Definitely gonna
you
have to get
speaking
on the live
facts.
with us.
He said you speaking facts. He is too, especially with this prison stuff. I had to stop watching this stuff. Like I'm more the older I get, the more I'm selected. He said we
Me
put him on
too.
blast. The more I'm selected about what I mentally let myself like
Me
watch
too.
and hear. Like sometimes I go days without even listening to music. But
I
I
don't.
like the older music because, you know, I can relate to it from
Mhm.
past growing up with it. But even with some of that music, I stop myself on saying certain stuff because I be like,
Me
what
too.
you say? Or I don't feel that way. So I just
Mhm.
bob my head and just like the beat. But I don't
Mhm.
like what he be
Baby,
saying.
I was talking about that earlier with my mama because I saw this dude who did a video and he was like, when you like the beat, but then you finally listen to the lyrics and it was Jeezy, he talking about some dang on I'm living in the he said something about like I'm living in the streets. Don't directly quote me because baby, he said something like I'm living in the streets, so you know I'm gonna die, and when I get to hell, you know
Oh
I'm gonna
no.
fry. And I went, well, hold the hell up, let me make sure I don't got that song, because baby
Right.
certain and I don't stop listening to a whole bunch of heartbreak songs too because I feel like eyes and the ears are the windows to the soul, and what you concentrate on is what your life will be. So if you constantly listening to heartbreak or watching heartbreaking, like you probably ain't gonna have no good relationship.
Yeah,
Just like,
because you really putting that energy out there. And
mm-hmm,
music definitely is like a trance of mind control.
mm-hmm. I made myself a feel good playlist and be listening to happy songs. And this is why I tell people I like lyrics. Like when I listen to rap music and stuff like that, I listen to the lyrics of a lot of, yeah, I got some ratchet music and stuff like that too. But I don't listen to that day in, day out. And
Yeah,
I'm like you when it comes to like old school music, like Johnny Taylor and all of that. I
mhm.
love listening to that was actually singing about something.
Yeah, definitely.
And you could actually relate to some of
And
the stuff
even
they
if
were
some of
saying
them was singing some stuff that wasn't appropriate, it wasn't just out there like
in
that.
your face.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You got some that were, but
Mm-hmm.
like remember we spoke on that Whitney Houston song, we was like, we didn't even know she was singing like in
This
the
heifer was a side
yeah,
piece.
she was singing from the side
Saving
piece
all
point
my
of
love for
view.
you. Girl,
Right.
get your own man.
And that's one
Eh,
of my favorite songs. It's the way she sung it though. So for me,
It's the way
sometimes
she's
it's not
singing it.
even about the lyrics all the time. It's about how it make me feel. But you
Mm-hmm.
gotta be careful with those, cause like artists like Zero, I love Zero, but you're not finna catch me listening to him day in and day out like I used to,
I
because
used to,
I used
but
to listen to him when I was mad or feeling some
mm-hmm.
type of way.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna be honest. Zero is my favorite rapper. He
Yeah,
top three for me, and
mine
sometimes it
too.
switch between him being number one and other people being number one. But he mainly number one
He
because not
definitely in my
only
three.
did Zero, if you listen to his music and stuff, his all the way from his old to his new, you hear the growth in him. You
Definitely.
hear when he was angry. You hear when he was happy. You hear when he became from a boy to a man.
Right.
So I that's why I really like him because I felt like as I was growing up, like his music was growing and I was growing
Yeah.
with him.
He was honest.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't fake it, and I have to respect that. And he was being very vulnerable with things that he was going through. Like it
Mm-hmm.
was not fake. You know, you
Yep.
got a lot of artists who they make all this
They ain't
depressed
living the life
music.
they talking about.
Yeah, they girl.
I love me some Roe.
I don't know if you heard of this artist, and I'm not trying to bash them. Like they did pass on, but remember that artist, Juice World?
I heard of his name before, but I ain't know none of the music by him.
Well, I just didn't agree with the stuff that he sung about. It was just so depressing to me. And then
Mm-hmm.
to me, certain artists, when you hear them, you could tell, like, bro, they need help.
That's how I feel about Young
Like
Boy.
they're crying
He
for
angry.
help.
I
Yeah.
feel like Young Boy is angry. He needs some therapy.
And then you got kids listening to this stuff and they're
Yep.
not even going through this stuff, but then they listening to it so
Mhm.
much that where in their mind they is. And
Yep.
my niece, she loved her some Juice World, and I'm just like, girl, this is a grown man. You shouldn't even be listening to this. You don't know nothing about.
Mhm.
I even had to get on her one time where she snuck and got a Tupac poster, and I'm like, bro, you're 14. Tupac been dead, baby. You don't know nothing about no Tupac. And then he ain't
Yeah.
got no shirt on and all this stuff, and I'm just like, no.
Yeah, that's too grown. Well, I'm big on the music and stuff because
Even like
one,
Tyler
I used to
Creator, I
love.
don't like his lifestyle.
Mhm.
And my daughter was listening to him and my niece was listening to him, and I had to
Who
tell
we
them
talking about?
Tyler the Creator.
Oh, okay. I don't really know nothing about him either.
I don't really know nothing about him like that, but any music I've heard from him, I just don't like it. Just my opinion. It's a lot of people that love him. I'm not knocking y'all. I just don't like it. When I hear it in my ears, it sounds like garbage. I'm just being real. And what he stands for, I don't support that. And I don't want my kids being on that. You know what I'm saying? So you really have to pay attention to what your kids is like into, cuz you got all this stuff on the internet like YouTube, TikTok and all this stuff.
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
I think a lot of people. Okay, so you probably part of my generation too, where we come from the generation where we come from like our mamas them generation who we had CDs and cassette players and stuff like that, and not the internet and nothing. To this new generation having full access to the internet, so the new generation think they going through so much struggle. Their eyes are open to so much more, and so
It's an
it was a reason.
overload.
It's an overload, and I feel like they got so. I feel like the new generation is strong yet sensitive, very, very weaker and
Hmm.
sensitive to a
Yeah,
lot of stuff. Like they
they're
strong
taking
in
too much
different
in.
ways. Mm-hmm.
It's only so much though.
Mm-hmm. Like with the music influencing them more and stuff like that.
Social
I
media
feel.
in general, because it's not even
Mm-hmm.
sometimes what the artist is talking about. It could just be the persona that they're
The
displaying
persona.
that is
Because remember when we was
infatuating.
growing up, we had to wait to a certain time for 106 and Park to come on, or wake up very early in the morning
And we
and
had to
Cleo Soul
actually
was
listen to
playing.
albums too, remember?
Mm-hmm. Yep. You had to wait for the album, and then your
They
mama
artists
knew.
could just have one song or some little catchy clip,
Yep.
and ooh, they're the hottest rapper.
Yep.
They're
And
so
your mama knew to
lyrical.
get your CD from Walmart because that was the clean version. And speaking of, I remember my mama went and got us the Hot Boy CD with Lil Wayne them, but she didn't
Girl,
know. And the first song that came on, it said, "I give me a project, bitch." My mama said, "What
hey,
the
give me a lip break.
hell?" She said,
Hey, one that don't give up.
my mama said, "Oh hell no!" And she took the CD and broke it in half. And that was the end of that little thing. But I felt like we were more protected then because our parents, well, one, our parents was more involved then too.
Right.
And two, like that was all up in our business. And most of the things that we had, we couldn't get nothing without
They
our
really
parents.
made sure that we stay being kids. You
Mm-hmm.
remember on the internet, not the internet, you remember on cable you could like block certain channels?
Mm-hmm.
Baby, my mama was good for that. So I used to want to watch Degrassi. Degrassi was, I don't know if you watched it.
Mm-hmm.
So you know how Degrassi touches on a lot of different stuff, which I feel
Real
like
life
even now
stuff.
I think is really good. But at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, I understood where my mama was coming from. But see, I had an older sister. So she
Mm-hmm.
would just call him and say, I forgot the password. And she'll get unblocked. But my
Yeah.
mama still go back. But she didn't like the fact that on one of the seasons where they had the gay guy, Marco, she
Mm-hmm.
was not for us learning that
Yeah.
at the time
See,
frame.
and my mama was okay with it because, like, one thing I would give my mama them, I was raised by a village, and when we would watch movies, like I remember a movie that stuck with me, which was what's the name of it? It got a theme song. Ah,
What's that?
the name of the
What
movie
did it come
is
off? Oh, it's a movie.
yeah, it's a movie, and it's real old girl. Cruel Intentions. We watched Cruel
Mm.
Intentions, and my mama would she went every movie
Who,
we
who
would.
was the actor?
Girl, I don't remember these folks' names, but it's they famous still to this day. But my mama would when we would watch movies like that during the scenes, she would break down what's happening, and I think that's why, like for people who don't know, because I know you probably don't. It's my life. I was a virgin up until I was 30. But I think that my mama doing us like that and stuff and letting us see, like I had discernment at a young age. I didn't know it was discernment then when I was
Hmm.
younger, but I just could tell, and I didn't understand it either. I could just tell people intentions before, sometimes before they would even say anything to me. I can tell
Body
what they
language,
was about.
energy.
Right.
Hmm. Yeah.
And so when my mama would break those movies down and be like, see how he manipulated her, because it's a scene that I remembered when they placed the bet, and he was like, if I win, I get to kiss you. And she was like, okay. Cause she thinking all innocent, she was a virgin and stuff. He wasn't. And he won that bet. And he started trying to pull her pants off. And she was like, what you doing? You said, can you kiss me? And he said, yeah. I didn't say which set of lips. And she gave in because she was like, well, a bet is like you right. And then I'm looking like my mom was like, see how he just manipulated her. And so that's why I'm like, and I do believe that parents need to do that. Start breaking down this stuff to your kids and
Hmm.
let them see visually. Don't just try to tell them stuff.
Hmm. Like you got to let them see like transmitted diseases or
Mm-hmm.
somebody. Do you remember that movie with Queen Latifah?
Which one?
It was one about like somebody having HIV. Maybe it was her.
Mm-mm.
She got it from her husband.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's some movie like that. And I don't know why, but I watched the movie so many different times because it was very eye opening on
Mm-hmm.
that type
I
of
remember
situation.
BET had a movie that was
I'm
like
gonna see
that,
what the
or
name of that
a short
movie is because you should watch
series.
it.
I would love to watch. I used to love documentaries, watching stuff like that, because I like to learn and I like to see other people's experiences and stuff too. And I feel like even through movies you can learn that, even though it don't seem like that stuff real, but a lot of times these movies, the stuff being there be real stuff, and you can learn from it.
That's true.
Why this thing blinking?
What
Oh, I think
is
my
it going
microphone
dead?
died. My microphone died.
Is mine still on? Yeah. Oh, it's
That
called
is
life support. And
life support. I
yeah,
never heard
she
of it. I'm gonna
had
have to
that
look it
stuff
up.
from her husband, and she ended up starting helping people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was this one guy. I think he's Diana Ross's son, but he played a gay guy who had it, and he was still doing the food, but she would always try to help him and other people and giving them condoms and all types of stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
telling them to
Why
come back
this sound familiar?
because you probably watched it
I
before.
probably did.
It
Have
came
you
out.
ever seen a movie with what's Iron Man real name? The actor who
Tony,
played Iron Man.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yes, him. The movie is starring Robert Downey Jr. He plays a drug. The movie actually about
That
his
was,
real life.
he was going through that in real life.
Mm-hmm. It's called Less Than Zero, and it's his life story, but they don't say it's his life story, but it's his life story, and he's playing the drug addict, and he's showing how he sucked peen for money and stuff like that, My mama let us watch that when we was little too. Even though like a lot of people would disagree because they think it's too grown for kids to watch, but she let us watch it and she broke the whole movie down to us as these scenes were happening.
Hmm.
This is what drugs is like. Like, look at how he down and out. Look how he's so skinny, and you know what I'm saying. These are signs of drugs and things like that. And I think that people really need to open their kids' eyes because. And the thing is, what's crazy? I didn't see my first real drug deal till I was a grown woman, and I saw it and I was shocked. And I went home. 'Cause I think I was like 19. And I was sitting outside next to my granny. Oh Lord, y'all, my granny could not hear anymore. Like her health was deteriorating, but slowly. And her hearing was one of the first things to go. So we sitting outside in the apartments and the dude, like I was cool with people. Like I love those apartments. Everybody was nice and spoke to each other and stuff. So he made a drug deal in front of us and then my granny went, he just did a drug deal. Granny. She said, I'm loud. I said, yeah. I said, Lord, she gonna get us killed. And I went home. I remember being so shocked. And I went home and I was like, Mama, Mama. And she was like, what? I said, I saw a drug deal today. And my mama was like, you saw a drug deal? I said, yes. I saw somebody deal some drugs. And my mama was like, I thought you been done saw something like that. But she didn't realize how sheltered she kept us. Even though we grew up in the hood, my mama had a really big grasp on us. Like we weren't exposed to a lot of the stuff. So, and I really say my mama did a great job and she did break a lot of generational curses with us. Like she was the first one, like got off Section 8 and worked a real like work. She was already working, but she started making too much money where they was like, you can't be on this no more. So we had to move back from North Dallas back to Oak Cliff because we couldn't afford it out there no more. And then like when I had my car wreck, I remember giving my mama the check and was like, her, because we was in this together. Do like just take this check. And my mama went and got us a house outside the hood. And instead of like a lot of people, mama would have blew the check. Or especially because it was around Christmas time when we got it. My instruction was like, her go get us a house. And she actually did with it what she was supposed to do. And she bought me and herself all new furniture and me a new TV and stuff when she could have just used the money for herself. So I was like, she really did break curses for us. We didn't see no whole bunch of men running. My mama put her life on hold for us. We didn't see no men running in and out the house. I can name maybe 3 men my mama dated throughout my whole childhood. And then so I feel like it's up to your parents to start it, and then it's up to you to keep it going.
That's true. I agree.
That's why I don't agree with people who blame their parents for their lives. Like, especially after a certain age, you grown. You are grown. Your life is in your hands. Yeah, I could say right now, I ain't had no daddy. Still to this day. But and people who make that their excuse for why they live the way that they live.
Hmm.
No. Yeah, in the beginning, like yeah, you was hurt. Yeah, you had to learn, you had to go through stuff. But now, like one of the things I learned, my ex, my main reason for breaking up with him is because I realized he reminded me of my dad. And I don't like my dad. And I wasn't liking my ex. And when I realized that, I'm like, they say you either marry your dad, the person that you can't stand, you're either gonna marry him or you're gonna marry the complete opposite of him.
I hope I
So,
marry my daddy. I
yeah,
had a
you
great
had a
dad.
great
I have a
father.
great dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's why, like I've said in the past, that's why I be single for a long period of time. And that last relationship was different for me because I never would accept something that long.
Yeah.
because of having my dad and knowing great qualities of a man, and
Yep.
how to treat a man and be there for a man. Got
Yep.
that from my mom because seen them as a unit, so it was beautiful. Real quick, Chum did say that's the empath in us, but your mama was dope for that. He's talking about your mom. He said have real conversations with your kids. Don't baby them.
Yep.
I agree because with my child, when I have like real down to earth conversations with her and stuff, we love it. And I could see the screws moving in her head and her thinking. I just think it's the
Yep.
most beautifulest thing ever. And I'd be so surprised because you just talking and talking and you like, I wonder if they even, but I could
Like
tell with her
comprehending it.
I
Yeah.
could tell she is or she's trying to, and when she don't, she asks questions. And when something do happen, she'll bring up something I said, or
Mm-hmm.
you can tell she learned from it because then she'll react a certain way and be a little more
Hmm.
smarter in certain
I
situations.
like,
So
cause
I
I.
love that being honest with her, and I tell her straight up
Hmm.
stuff that's going on. But it was a process. Like we grew up
Hmm.
together, literally.
And I think my childhood is part of the reason why, like, I'm really there for your daughter, because, like I said, I was raised by a village. My aunt, my mama. Okay, my mama used to work only on the weekends, and she told us because when we got home from, she used to walk us to school and then be there when it was time to pick us up. And she said she didn't want to miss out on our childhood and stuff, so she made a way. And my aunt and my granny would get us on the weekends. And I remember my aunt would take us to we used to call it the castle park because the stuff around looked like a castle. Or and make us exercise with her, or she would teach us about the movies, or just different,
Hold
like,
up, I
or,
think my brother at the door, but you can keep talking.
okay. Or they would take us around, like her and my mama, when they had time, they would take us around the neighborhood. And I remember, like, they would just walk us around and stuff, and we kids, so we just walking around playing and stuff. And then they would stop us, and when we finished or got to a certain point, and they were like, "Okay, what did you see?" And we looking like, "What you mean?" And I remember my mama breaking it down one time, and she was like, "Did you see that man who was walking this many feet behind us? What did the street sign say? Do you know how to get back home from where we just walked from?" And different stuff, teaching us to be aware of our surroundings. But instead of telling us, y'all need to be aware of y'all surroundings, you're showing us and actually teaching us these things in real time. And I think it makes a huge difference. And yeah, I know y'all probably don't know, but Angie's daughter is my goddaughter. So a lot of the things that, and people come from different upbringings, and I don't like Angie's upbringing was different from mine. Like she said, she had both of her parents. I only had one. So I try to teach the positive things that I learned growing up, and I felt like were great through my mom and them. I try to teach those to her daughter because I don't have kids of my own. I don't want kids. I'm not closed off to children. Like, if I get a husband and he tell me he wants some kids, I won't say no. You're not getting none out of me. But so what I was telling them was the reason why I am the way I am with your child, because the positive things that I grew up learning and stuff, I want to teach that to her as well. And like your positive things that you grew up with, you teach them. Like I said, I had the village, so I want to be part. Like, she my goddaughter, so I feel like I'm part of her village.
Hmm.
That she will be able to remember when she grows up. And
Yeah.
that's why, like, I was telling them how my mom and them used to walk us around the neighborhood and ask us, "Okay, what you see?" And you know this story already. I told you, but what do you see and stuff like that. And that's why I be doing, like, when your baby ride with me. That's why I be doing her like that. What street we just come off of? And cause you got to know your way around and know your surroundings and know when like, if somebody's standing behind you or something, it
Mm.
could just be a person standing behind you, or this person energy could be off and they may be finna snatch you, but you don't know because you ain't paying attention, or you don't know how to read body language or something. So
Mhm.
I be trying to teach people that, well, at least the kids.
Yeah, my baby, she pay attention to that stuff. Only thing
Mhm.
that it's certain stuff you can tell, like, okay, she might be a little sheltered with this, but
Mhm.
I always pick her up. I'ma find a way.
Yeah.
She never like walked home from school or had to ride the school bus or city bus and stuff like that. So
She me. That was my
I
childhood. The first time I
had to,
ever.
so that's why I always kind of been a little street savvy.
Mhm. The first time I ever rode a bus was in high school, and it was the school bus girl. And I remember my mama said, because we had got a note on the door that said the school that we were supposed to go to, that we was in the district of, their test scores were so low that DISD would drive us, like, would bus us to any school of our choosing. So we chose a good school, like a really good school or whatever. And my mom was like, "Okay, well, y'all gonna have to ride the bus, cause that's where y'all going." And we was like, "What?" Girl, we was sitting there crying. What? I ain't never rode no bus before, mama.
My
Please.
mama be telling me that's what I need to do to my daughter. I be like, it's too many crazy people out there. I be on that mommy stuff sometimes.
Baby, my mama
It's my
said,
baby, my only child, so it is hard.
"Yeah, it's hard. It's gonna be, but she gonna have to, cause she gotta go to college or something. Like, what she gonna do when you not around?"
Girl, I'm feeling it now because she swore up and down she gonna live with me this long. I gotta take
See.
her to work, and I'm like, anytime for you to
And I
take
done
care of me,
already had a talk with her and told her, baby, you finna start learning how to drive because you gonna be
yes.
independent. And I done told her, you going to college or you doing something. I said, you going to college, you going to trade school, you go nursing school, the military, you gonna do something, but you ain't gonna be sitting at home. And she said, yes, ma'am. I know I'm going.
And I love that though that you be on her like that.
But
Because I
yeah,
love that she don't just hear stuff just from me in a positive direction and,
yeah,
better for her and more for her. So
yeah,
I'ma always respect that, about you doing that for my child because you don't have to.
that's true. That's my baby though. And that's why I be trying to, like, I remember my mom and them used to take us to like other, cause like I say, we from the hood. They
Mhm.
would take us out of that and bring us into other neighborhoods because they knew, and they would tell us, we know if this is all you see, this is all you gonna believe in.
Yeah.
But if we
My parents
take you,
same way. That's why they
hmm,
work so hard to get us out of the hood, to be
yep,
able to experience, different areas like you said with your peoples.
hmm.
So I understand. It
And
was
my
they
mama had us in sports and
mhm.
playing the, like, I remember I played the viola, the violin, the piano. I don't play none of it now. The little
I played the
recorder,
trumpet.
and my brother played the clarinet. My sister played the cello, and we were also all in sports. My brother played dang near every sport. He ran track, basketball, football, all of it,
He looked like he
baseball.
would. He
Hmm.
give off that type
And
too.
he, girl, natural talent. And then my sister played basketball and softball, and in high school and middle school she played volleyball. I played volleyball and I was in ROTC, and then when I got to high school I was in ROTC and on a dance team. And I wanted to do tennis too, but then I was in a wheelchair by that time. But anyways, my mama said she put us in so many extracurricular activities because she wanted us to know that, because on TV and stuff like that, only thing you were seeing was either rappers or people who playing sports, and that's how they got out the hood. And she
Right.
said, I need y'all to know that there are more than just those two ways to get out.
Mhm. She sound like my mama with it. My mama, she really cares about your education and you
Hmm.
having a broad morale on even different ethnicities of people and being
Hmm.
around different people and learning with that. Because my mom went to a creative arts school. My dad did too. So they're very open minded. They were very open minded parents, and
Yeah.
wasn't just that's why like with races and all of this stuff, I understand it, but I don't understand it like to where I'm mistreating people and stuff. Cause I grew up with a lot of Hispanics, and it's like they family to me too. I know some white people that's very, cool, all walks of
Hmm.
life.
I
So
don't understand it. Racism, that's the dumbest, most ignorant thing to me. And I don't care who I offend on that one.
it is.
Being racist is
'Cause it's
stupid.
taught.
Hmm.
Damn, Chris, what's popping?
Oh,
Poor thing. He's so sick.
my bad. My bad. My bad. I thought I was on mute. Sorry. My bad.
You good?
And you just called him out. Dang, Chris.
I gotta mess with him though. That's how we are. He know it's all love. That's my cousin.
Hmm. But even like I say, when you grow up, you responsible for your own life. Even if you was taught racism, I feel like you're dumb because you can unlearn some stuff. Just like when I say I had to go through my stuff with spirituality and the Bible and stuff and believing in the God, I believe in it because now I went through my own journey that said, you know what, I believe in this. I may not believe in it the way y'all believe in it. And certain things that I grew up learning and stuff like that, I understand it from my own self. But for like that's how I feel about races. Like, now go learn life for yourself. Shoot. And you can't keep blaming your mom and them. This is how I was raised. Uh-huh. It's a lot of people. Do you know how many people from the hood was raised a certain way and that's all they knew and they turned their life around and made themselves something when they got grown?
Can you put it up? Mm. If not,
And
then I'll figure it out.
But yeah.
anybody can make an excuse about
She
why
came
their
in here
life turned
sounding
out the
like,
way
hold
it
on, I'm
is.
sorry, y'all. She came in here sounding like, y'all remember on ATL, that the dude was like, nigga, what it look like?
Yeah.
How his voice was raspy. That's how she came.
Mhm. You better leave your mama
Just woke
alone.
up. My bad. Proceed. Y'all know I'm goofy.
Girl, I don't remember what I was saying.
You want to end the stream, Chris? You got something else to say? I'm hungry, so this
I
was
mean,
good.
And
It
we
was
can, cause my
long. It's
phone about
like,
to die.
yeah, we could have been doing 3 hours. We closed. It's like 2:51, but I'm
yeah. I
hungry. I
mean,
ain't ate all day.
What I
yeah.
tell you about that?
Did
Huh?
I tell myself?
Hmm. I'm sorry, Chris.
You
She
know
gonna
what?
stop cutting
I
you off.
did. Wait a minute.
No,
You
no, you
know,
good.
oh my arm. I did eat.
What you eat?
You
Yeah.
know, I had some stuff in the refrigerator. I just warmed up. You know, that's what I
How
ate.
long ago was it?
Right before the stream started. You know, when I
Mm,
kept going in and out the stream, I was eating.
I feel like you lying. This
Telling the truth.
blinking.
Hmm.
I'm telling the
I know
truth.
what you finna eat.
I know what you not finna eat.
Talking about one.
You not
How
finna
you
eat
off-
nothing I got.
you talking about one? That is crazy. Like, how you gonna offer a person one of something that they
I
cook?
technically didn't offer you. You kind of like bombarded and assumed
I ain't bombarded.
you were supposed to get a plate. I was just being nice and I was like, I got you, but really I didn't have you.
Oh wow.
Uh-oh.
Oh wow. That's crazy.
You know how cousins be like, they be
Hmm.
That's all good.
they
But
think
It's
all
that
all
right,
yours is
y'all.
theirs.
Uh, good night, chum. Cause Chum did the most talking and stuff today. He was dope.
He did.
Did he ever join?
He is not
No.
gonna join.
Oh,
He can since he got his own channel, but it's he does gaming, so but he's very knowledgeable.
like me.
The
You
gaming
do
or the
gaming?
knowledge.
Both. Yeah,
Cause
you
the
mean?
knowledge, you kind of pushing it.
I mean, what? Nah, yo, you funny. You is funny.
He gave you this, Shay. Chum.
Okay. Well, all right, y'all. Good night, cause my phone about to die.
Oh, you
Alrighty.
finna go to sleep?
Oh,
You?
She be up late. She a night owl.
yep.
Oh,
She gotta
I'm
okay.
not
charge her
going.
phone up. But thank
Oh,
everybody for joining the stream, both of y'all, and thank everybody in the chat for coming. Even if y'all was in and out, like we all appreciate the support
You're
and
welcome. And
opinions.
y'all can
It's
find me
fine.
at ShaeSpeaks999 on all platforms.
And y'all can just find me on YouTube where you're watching me at now.
and y'all can find me just whenever I decide to come on the show.
See, that's why. See, we're here. All right, y'all. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
All
Peace,
right,
love,
bro.
all that in between.